Hello there! From behind the yellow line, this is Trammin, episode 173. My name is Kirk, and as always, I'm joined by my friend and soul man, Christian Rainwater.
What's up, everybody? Our big third topic of the week is Disneyland's heart and soul.
The heart may be weak,
And sometimes it may give in.
but I've learned that deep down,
There's a light that never goes out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard Trammin, a Disneyland podcast. Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding. As a courtesy to other passengers, we ask that there be no eating, drinking, or smoking on board. In just a few moments, we will begin our trip into the Disneyland Resort news and topic of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this tram is ready to depart. Driver, you are clear.
welcome back to Trammin, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We're your hosts, Kirk and Rain. What's up, Rain?
Is that a Smith song?
That is a Kingdom Hearts quote. That is Sora.
Is it really?
Dude, you can't imagine him. The heart may be weak, and sometimes they may be.
Yeah.
There's a light that never goes out.
Yeah. It's just there's that Smith song, the light
Yeah.
that never goes out. I don't know what it's. I think that's what it's called.
There was another quote, but I think it was from like a Chain of Memories manga or something. I was like, too much.
Yeah. Too weeb.
Yeah.
Too weeb.
So we went with that. Yeah.
At the top of the show.
Yeah. What is up, Rain?
What do you think about Threads so far?
Dude, I was gonna bring it up.
Nice.
So the first day was really fun,
Yeah.
right? Because humans were on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I stopped using it after the first day, and then I like used it once or twice. Then like I got on today and I tweeted a little bit. I don't care. I'm saying it.
Mm.
And then it was thirst traps, male and female.
Mm-hmm.
Brands all over the place. Dumb people.
Yeah.
And strangers. And I was like, what am I doing here? And I deleted it again.
Got it.
I don't see the point.
Yeah, I just think when they're really liking that follow page, like the follow feed, I guess.
Yeah, if they did, I'm like giving them like points here. If they did like the Instagram thing, not points like advice, where it was like you see all your followers and also random nonsense,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be as mad. I have no way of seeing any of it. It's just like whatever they want. And then sometimes you get fresh stuff, sometimes you don't. And I'm like, right, I remember that I don't care about what people want to say.
Yeah.
And someone said, now we are subjected to the political opinions of people who sell yoga pants through MLM schemes.
Yeah.
So,
I'm excited.
really?
I'm excited for Threads. Yeah, I like it. I don't like the non-follow feed. I think that is that should have been there since day one. But overall, I like the simpleness of it. I like the way the pictures come out. You know how you have like instead of the 4.
See, the app is really good.
Yeah.
But I think I said it, I don't remember what we were talking about. I said it on here. When you start fresh with the 0 features, there's no bloat and it's super smooth.
Yeah.
And then you're better than all the apps that have been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
But like it runs at 120 hertz on the Pro.
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice. If they add just a couple more things that Twitter has that Threads does not, it'll beat it. And I think it might beat it without it, to tell you the truth. A lot of it's hype right now, but that user count does not lie. That's insane.
And it is supposedly going to be a part of the Fediverse, which they said when you signed up, but I'm sure nobody. Fediverse.
What's Fediverse?
So the Fediverse is a new concept where it is federated posts, which means nobody owns all the posts, and there's a network, such as email. Email is a protocol where you can email anyone. You can have your own email server.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally buy a computer and write your own email server, and people will send it to @your thing, and it doesn't even like ours goes through Gmail, even though it's @trammin.com.
Yeah.
And then like my work one goes through Exchange. My personal goes through like Proton Mail. So it's like, but it's all interchangeable. So point is, long story short, there can be different servers and they can all interact with each other.
Got it.
So have you noticed on the profile it says threads.net?
Yeah.
That is your host. So host. So basically, if you're on, they haven't set it up yet, and we have to believe their promises. But let's say somebody is gabagool at mastodon.net. You can follow them on Threads.
Got it.
And
that's interesting. I
you
did
can
not know
interact with them.
Okay.
And your posts will be on the Threads server, and their posts will be on the Mastodon server.
Yeah.
And they can interact. And now Mastodon is already federated. So Mastodon has like its 2 own servers, but you can also spin up your own Mastodon host.
So it's like you're going to have a service that allows for text posts, and it's whatever service you
Text, images, links, videos. Yeah.
And it's whatever service you decide to use, like Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. You can choose your own service.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, there is a problem here where your posts may be duplicated across servers and whatnot and may never be deleted. Supposedly you can, but
Yeah, but I mean, people still dig people's old tweets up. You know what I mean?
I know, but this is even worse.
It is.
You
It is.
can, if no one has found you yet, go and delete all your tweets.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you're in someone else's, let's say someone's Mastodon post is in your thread. It might get retained in a thread, even if they delete their Mastodon.
Got it.
Possibly. It's not supposed to, and I'm sure some of you are smarter than me at this thing. But there can be issues. Privacy issues,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm honestly just excited for a social media app that is new and where I don't feel like I'm a millennial on. Like
Like an old man.
I'm an old man on it yet. Like I downloaded Be Real just so I can get the username, you know? And everyone's like, you're too old for Be Real. And I'm like, no, but okay. You know, but you know what I mean? Like even Snapchat now is for the Zoomers.
That was mostly for the Zoomers.
Yeah. But I feel welcome on Threads, if that makes any sense, even though I don't get much engagement.
The one thing I'll give them is Zuck said their goal or mission or whatever is positivity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which
you never hear that.
Yeah. Now, their goal is also to collect all your data, but
Yeah.
basically, if you're an a-hole, they're going to not let you post what you're trying to post.
Yeah.
Now, some of it's going to slip through the cracks, but Instagram gives you negative emotions, but no one's on there like starting flame wars.
Right.
Because you can't. You'll get reported and
Right,
okay, you're harassing them.
Dude, like Gabriel just posted the other day. It was a picture of his son, and they flagged his account for being predatory toward a child. Yeah. And he's like, but it really wasn't anything bad, but it just got flagged, I think, by the bots.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the heck?
Yeah, there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, we're on the hype train, but it's another meta product.
That's the one thing I feel like people haven't been saying enough, is that it's like, I've heard so many people denounce Oculus and the whole MetaQuest stuff because Facebook owns it. But then Threads comes out and everyone's like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
It's Threads, an Instagram app.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Not a Facebook app.
They know what they're doing at not being part of the Fediverse yet, because you could have just waited for everyone to join and open up Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is part of the Fediverse too. Open up a Blue Sky account and then follow all your Instagram buds on Threads, and they'll show up in Blue Sky. And if they see you, they're like, oh, it's Rain. And they'd be following your Blue Sky. Or there's one called T2.
I've heard about that.
So it's like, but Threads may never implement it, or it won't matter because everyone's on the Threads server.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't care about it. I'm not like mad about it, but at most I may do like some Trammin stuff. But as a person, I'm like, I don't want to. The thing is, you like starting conversations with people online.
Yeah.
I don't. If I do, it's in our Discord, which you should join. But yeah, I don't really care to just, because it got to the point with like Twitter for me. It was like, why do I need to say this? You know? And also, okay, I think the worst thing I'm seeing on Threads is the the flower child mentality. If we're all here and we're meeting new people and learning new, I'm like, stop. Stop. Give it a rest.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I get it.
And now I've already seen what is that?
That was a short.
The experts show up where at Zuck started a thread saying, wow, we have so many signups and we haven't even started any of our promotions. And the top reply was, as soon as you guys put ads, I'm leaving. Blah, 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 blah. Even though, first of all, that person's lying. But more first of all than that, he didn't mean ads. He meant they haven't advertised Threads. That's what their promotion is. Yeah. A Threads promotion is you see a Threads ad on even Instagram or YouTube. Like, hey, isn't Threads cool? And then there's a bunch of like Gen Z people like waving at each other and then like their phones come, you know what I mean? Like, by the shore always.
Right.
Or the pier. So, you know, it's the masses are there. And every time I see one of those terrible people with the last name that starts with a K, I block them. And dude, I've muted so many celebrities where I'm just like, you're stupid. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. And
it's more of me hearing it. I know. Here we are, 10 minutes in, and I'm already negative. It's not going to be a negative episode.
No.
But yeah, I'm not denouncing it. I'm just like, I keep realizing I care about it for like 5 minutes. And then as soon as I open it and start scrolling, I'm like, what
am I doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
And I feel like you feel that way as soon as you feel the excitement when you see someone you know or is a normal person. But then you see all the meme things from Instagram and you're like, oh, come on.
And I'm out.
Yeah. Like you're waiting for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So, the brands have taken over, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, Threads is out. You can find us on there. Dude.
Pretty high up on pretty low, I should say.
Stupid humble brag.
Yeah.
We're 300,507.
I think, did you make a personal one too or no?
Yeah, and I'm way up there.
Like what?
9 million or something.
Oh, okay.
Which is still below 10 million now.
But Trammin, I think I saw Kimmy and myself are all within the first mil.
I don't think Kimmy's in the first mil.
No?
Because I told her that night and I think she made it.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Wait, can you check?
Yeah.
You go on her Instagram, right?
Yeah, I think she is.
So I count the digits. She might be in the first 10 mil. But she might be in the first mil. But yeah, you know why I got it?
One. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. 8. It's like 8 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks off.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a stupid number. And they said it's going to go away.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's just a hype thing right now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're at 300,000 something because I think while we were on the show, I hit get or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sitting. When did it launch?
Last Wednesday, I think.
Where was I Wednesday? Did we do? I had plans.
I can tell you when it launched because I think you posted the day it launched. No.
Yeah. I'm like, why? What did I have to do Wednesday?
It was 6 days ago. So yeah, Wednesday.
Okay. Let me see what I was doing Wednesday when our episode aired. That was the day after July 4th, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I think I was at the car dealer when it launched, and I got the email that it was available. And I
Wait, you get a new car?
Huh?
You get a new car?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got the email that it launched, and then I opened it and transferred our account immediately. So it was like,
as soon as you texted me that, I got it instantly.
Yeah. So it was like, as soon as I got the email that Threads was live, I just signed up for it. So that's why we're at 300,000.
Yeah. I'm at 820,000.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Because everyone got the email from Apple.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, let's free my soul and get lost in your rock and roll with
Mel's Keeping. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard Trammin, a Disneyland podcast, where Kirk and I talk about the Disneyland Resort through and only through our eyes. To catch up on jokes, references, context, and backstory, check out our lore page on trammin.com/lore. For our recommendations for Disneyland, DCA, and more, check out trammin.com/rex. If you enjoy, oh my God, dude, I am off today. If you enjoy the show, like, subscribe, comment, review us wherever you can, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and my favorite, YouTube. YouTubes. You know what? If you guys watch on YouTube, comment this week. I want to actually know how many people watch on YouTube.
That reminds me, I need to put in a "you're right." Someone wrote it.
Okay. But yeah. If you watch on YouTube, please comment. For a visual guide of the show, follow at Trammin Podcast on Instagram. And to write into the show, head to trammin.com/ask. If you use Discord and would like access to our server, let us know. And you can find all these links and lore on trammin.com.
Yes, you can. Sorry, I got some frog in my throat.
Funny little frog in your throat.
Okay. Yeah. You know why this happened to you?
Why?
You were bragging last week.
I was. I thought about it the whole time. You see? It's the whole you don't think and you just do.
Hey, you're last week. If you don't think, see how smooth it was. Like
and
bowling.
then I thought about being perfect last week, and it just.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. A couple other things. You can catch us on the Wandering in Disney podcast.
That's right.
With Andrew.
That came out this last Monday.
Yeah. He said like Sunday night. However the apps work.
Yeah.
It propagated to all the other ones. I think by now. But yeah, Wandering in Disney. Okay, it's episode 4, but he's done other episodes, so I don't know what the past episodes are.
I looked today.
Yeah.
And he's done a few other, they're all drafts. But they're all with a different.
No, but the ones before episode 1, there's like 50 other episodes out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just saw that the last 3 before us were all with other people.
Yeah. So he had a format where he asks about the show. So yeah, he's new to us. We just like met him.
We met him.
So that's why I don't really know what's up. But it was a great show.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Did you know that we had to have that ready beforehand?
I didn't realize it was a draft, but I had a list.
I did not. So I had to come up with it on the spot, dude.
Yeah. But this is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah. So we had a lot of fun. We're probably going to work out an episode to get him
over here.
Yeah, in the studio probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have some collabs coming up.
Yeah, we do.
So far we've had Trammin X, the Wiki Room, where Kev, my brother, and my cousin Adam were here. And then we were on Wandering in Disney. We will have a Trammin Plus coming.
Yeah.
And then we're going to knock on wood that it goes as scheduled. But we will be on the Speaking Dreams podcast, which is with Nicelos and his brothers. And we're going to record that very soon. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that should be fun.
That's going to be a different vibe because it's not Disney.
Yeah.
But he loves Disney.
Yeah.
And then every time he mentions it, they're all like, yeah, we love Disney. They just don't listen to Disney podcasts.
Yeah, it's Disney with the bros. You know what I mean?
So, and they got kids and everything. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Looking forward to that. And that one's not a secret because they've said it on their show.
Nice.
We're going to have Trammin on. He said Rain and Kirk, though. That sounded weird.
Yeah, that does sound weird.
Kirk and Rain. If it's the full names, Rain's first.
Yeah.
But Kirk and Rain, TM, you know?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do we have any other mousekeeping?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
Check out the collabs and check out video on YouTube.
You don't have to comment anything spectacular.
Yeah.
It's like a thumbs up is nice.
Dude, I didn't even open the website. In my mind, I opened Squarespace and started editing the lore page, and then I got distracted immediately.
Yeah.
So it will happen. So it's time for Your Right, in which members of the Tram fam write in with corrections and comments just like you can at trammin.com/ask. Rain, cue up that corrections music, please. I'm going to immediately start with a correction.
Nice. Oh!
It's right here.
Kev's concoctions with Kirk and Rain.
I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I guess we're doing it after You're Right, but that's fine.
I thought you were going to say something.
No, I was about to, but I didn't want to be that guy.
So my brother Kev concocts things as of it's been a long time since it was food. So
It has, huh?
Yeah, because he used to work with me, and he'd make it at work or bring it to work. He can't bring me fresh food. So yeah,
I miss the dehydrated days and the
ube
gummy, the
cookies.
chamoy.
No, remember the ube brownies with white chocolate?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, those are good.
Yeah. So no spoilers today. He made. Oh, I guess he's making something else for us. But says, this is the OG ginger cider, the control, as some would say. No add-ons, no weird extracts, just the thing that fermented in the vessel and then bottled. One of my favorites, with a strong ginger flavor and crisp finish. Cheers. Stay thirsty, my friends.
All right, let's see how this goes. I'm not a big ginger guy, but we'll see how it goes.
To the next concoction.
To the next one.
Cheers. It's burning you.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see it in your face.
No, I can drink it.
It's like a ginger booch.
Yeah.
It's pure ginger, but I love ginger. I could eat ginger all day. Dude, one of my favorite things. Shout out to La Rue de Chocolat in Laguna, next to the gelato shop that we always skip the line for and just go to the chocolate shop. Kimmy and I each get like one thing, but I also get the chocolate covered ginger candies because I feel like those don't count. They're like the size of a quarter and half of it's dipped in dark chocolate and it's like ginger with like the sugar on it. It doesn't burn like this, but it still has that aromatic ginger flavor, and I love it. Especially like after dinner.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like it's a palate cleanser before I eat the other chocolate. Yeah.
It makes your mouth not feel like dirty.
Yeah,
if it makes any sense.
Perfect at sushi places.
Yeah.
'Cause you just, all right, reset.
Yeah, exactly.
Palate cleanser. But yeah, thank you, Kev. We don't have much to say about this one, I guess, because it's good. It's crisp. It's very simple. Keep them coming. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Rain, do you want to cue it up again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, did it just go?
Do I say it? You want me
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say it?
say it. This feels weird without it.
Rain, cue up that corrections music, please.
There you go.
Okay, Taylor H writes in, what's up, Kirk and Rain? Just listen to your most recent episode. I want to give a huge shout out to the Tonga Hut. I've never lived anywhere near North Hollywood, but somehow have made my way there a few times, and it's amazing. Great jukebox in there that does have some Don Ho and other Hawaiian artists. I don't know if it's related, but there is a second location in Palm Springs that was recommended by some tiki-loving locals when I went there a few years ago.
Nice.
I do believe they are related.
They're both called Tonga Hut.
And they're both like same ownership. Their ownership is like changed hands. It has an interesting history. If you're into tiki bars, look them up.
Yeah.
Very cool. And again, best drinks I had.
Yeah, they were really
Do you remember
good.
how your drink tasted?
Yes, 100%. I remember walking in. I remember having a whole conversation with Matthew. Don't remember what it was about, but I remember having a whole conversation.
Cool.
Dude, I honestly the worst hangover of my life last week.
Of your life?
Of my life, yeah. It lasted over 2 days.
Do you think it's because you mainlined pizza?
No, I think it's just.
Have you had that many
Yeah,
old
you know
fashions,
you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because you ate the schnacks and then you drank 4 old fashions and then you like ate a pizza.
Yeah.
Just like messing up your life.
I don't know.
Because it's salty.
But dude, I woke up in the morning and I was fine.
Oh.
And then later in the day, I just started slowly declining.
Was it dehydration?
Maybe. But I had that whole Pedialyte when I was here.
It takes a while.
And dude, when I got home, I was on the couch like in pain. Yeah.
Oh.
It was weird. Weird stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. You're better now. So
I still like that place, so I need to go back. Tonga Hut.
I can only break rule number 4 so many times.
Right.
So, speaking of, kind of, Andrea writes in, Pedialyte is the move for drinking after the age of 30. Val and I went to Vegas last week, my first time, and we each had a Pedialyte waiting for us in the fridge for the day after our shenanigans. Never even got a headache. And she continues, I agree, Rancho del Zocalo has some of the best vibes. I love sitting outside and listening to Big Thunder, but the food is mid for sure. I don't understand why they can't make decent Mexican food. Disneyland is in California. There's no excuse. If you want to talk about terrible Mexican food, the Mexican food spot in Magic Kingdom was the worst I've ever had. I should have known. But it was like the Mexican, in quotes, food your mom makes you at home growing up if you're white and she doesn't know how to cook. AKA, like mine, love her, but not great. And then she also wrote, how dare you, at my bucket hat comment.
So I remember going once to Orlando years ago. And I met this man who worked at the mini golf place. Okay, not Fantasia Gardens, Blizzard Beach, or whatever it's called. And he was close with my friend and I, and asked if we wanted to get tacos. And I said, sure, let's get tacos. And he's like, okay, I'll go pick them up and bring them back. He brought back a 12-piece from Taco Bell of tacos. And that was taco night for Orlandians. So I would not get, Mexican in Orlando specifically.
Do you think he knew that the Mexican's bad?
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Dude, imagine a taco with the soggy corn tortillas.
Yeah.
Like Taco Bell's way better than that.
Yeah.
Like a bad taco, Taco Bell's always going to taste the same.
Right.
It's going to taste better than a bad taco. It's not going to taste like a taco, but it's delicious.
Right.
Dude, I've been craving the lava taco or volcano taco.
That's awesome.
The double beef thing, I still like.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a lot going on with the taco. Yeah. All right. Hope wrote in on YouTube that we did not read the Frontierland dedication plaque.
Oh, that's right. I saw this.
But it is in the Disneyland, the Main Street Opera House.
Not in Frontierland.
Yeah, so please forgive me for missing. However, this is what is on the plaque. Here we experience the story of our country's past, the colorful drama of frontier America, and the exciting days of the covered wagon and the stagecoach, the advent of the railroad, and the romantic riverboat. Frontierland is a tribute to the faith, courage, and ingenuity of the pioneers who blazed the trails across America.
Nice.
Walt Disney, July 17th, 1955.
Cool. I get it now.
Yeah, they have there are other plaques there too with the different
With all the different lands?
Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you, Hope, for writing in. Dane writes in, are any of you gentlemen going to be having it so good on the 16th of July?
I
That is Sunday.
I am actually, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. There's a possibility because of my trip this past weekend. I might not. I might just cancel it. It's a lot.
Yeah, I already DM'd him. I'm going on the 15th. And I said, I will ask Rain on the show because he's busy today.
Yes. On the 15th, I had a reservation also. Canceled. So.
I'm doing Blue Bayou, so send your recs.
Yeah.
Nicole wrote in on Threads and said the plant-based lemon basil pasta
At Blue Bayou?
is good.
Wow.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds...
That was me. Sorry,
Okay.
my foot.
Yeah, I might get that. That sounds like something Kimmy might like. I might get like the chicken that comes with the sausage and the shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the steak is not gonna.
Don't
be
get the
good.
steak. Yeah.
Okay, see, I was gonna. You don't want to be too wordy, right? So he says on the 3-hour show, can you get bigger portions of the starters or no?
No.
So the gumbo's the gumbo.
Gumbo's gumbo.
Okay.
Which is
It's right
like-
now it's chicken gumbo. Still gonna be good, right?
yeah, it's still good.
So should we get like one gumbo or?
That's like 3 spoonfuls each. So think of this beaker halfway. That's how much gumbo you get with the order.
I don't
It's
know
also
if Kimmy's
$7.
a fan of bungo. I don't even know. It sounds like a Harry Potter character.
Hey, Bungo, grab the gumbo. Oh, man.
We need a sticker that just has the bread bowl with the gumbo in it and just says bungo.
We should order it today so we can get the glitter ones.
Okay. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was too much work and I wish I did it. I was going to make a glitter sticker with the rainbow gray stuff and it was going to say the gay stuff on it for Pride Month.
Yeah.
And I was not having a good day when I was designing it. And I'm like, I'll revisit this. But it was going to be a glitter sticker and it was going to say the gay stuff.
Yeah.
So let me know if that sounds good to you. If I get enough people, I'll work it out. I think it was like, you know what my problem was? Writing the gay stuff and doing the shaper on it. I was too lazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that good on Photoshop. But
I'm definitely not that good on Photoshop.
Dude, I did get the photo of it and then like...
Pen tool it out?
No. I actually put it in... I don't know what I did first, but I gave it like a cartoon effect and a brush stroke effect, and it went into Adobe Illustrator and then back to Photoshop. So it doesn't look bad, but there was a lot of... Photoshop's been not that great lately also. So it was just like, I saved the file, I think. So the gay stuff may come back. But yeah, I think that is all we have for you, right? Let's get in some news. I feel off, but not in the other ways I feel off.
I know exactly what you mean right now.
Like
it just feels different.
Yeah, normally when I feel off, it's like, oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, maybe we're not in the groove.
Yeah.
I'll probably go to the bathroom after this. Nothing weird, just like, quick break. But I've got some headlines for you guys. First up, the closures. This is not a headline because I will explain. The Disneyland monorail is closed from July 5th to August 31st. Midway Mania is closing July 17th and opening August 18th. And I believe Haunted Mansion is going down August 14th for holiday, which we don't know how long it's going to last this year, apparently. Do we stop reporting on these? Like if they're like a little month or whatever. That's a long time for the monorail. But it's also like, this just happens all the time now.
I think it's good for people to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to do a headline. Maybe we'll come up with a standard headline for the closures. And
Yeah, there you
use
go.
that over and over again.
Closing time.
Oh, man, need another soundboard.
Needed a pad, yeah.
Yeah, because
You can't get an extender?
You can't. Okay, so the thing we can do
Is use the Steam Deck.
You could put anything that plays audio and plug it into the little input right here.
True.
But the Stream Deck doesn't do that.
Stream Deck, yeah, not Steam Deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Closing time.
Yeah. Oh, did you also get do you know the song I used for mousekeeping?
Hold on. Let's free my soul and get lost. No.
That's the one that's like, how does it go? It's like, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul.
Oh.
I wanna get along.
And drift away. That's
Yeah,
Uncle,
exactly like
Uncle Cracker. Yeah. Who names himself Uncle Cracker? That's what I want to know.
Love that your voice cracked too. Okay, so Rain. Next headline: final boarding call. So our friends at All Aboard the Disneyland Railroad podcast are actually going to record their final episode.
Really? Is that why you posted about it?
No,
Oh.
actually, that was a separate thing.
Oh, okay.
I just posted it because I wrote in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tagged me. So I'm like, oh, I wrote into this. Let me.
Yeah.
Repost. But they did a mini announcement and they will make an official announcement soon. But they said it on their show. They're going to be recording their final episode, I think, in a week. All my days are thrown off. And they did a call for questions.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, write in or record. So we will record one right now. And it'll be on our show. I'll clip it out. Don't worry about it. I'll download the MP3. And clip it.
All right. I gotta look presentable though.
So yeah, let me restart for the good clip. Well, they don't have the YouTube.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just audio only.
Yeah.
Well, for everyone else on YouTube that's gonna comment this week.
Yeah. Shout out to Emily.
Shout out. She is.
Okay.
And now Hope. Hope's in there too.
I believe the name is Hope. It said Hope.
Yeah.
Blank, but YouTube with the names. But thank you for writing it. So, like I said, All Aboard podcast, All Aboard the Disneyland Railroad podcast will be recording their final episode soon. So I wanted to give them a shout out first.
Yeah.
For bringing the Disneyland podcast community together for the pod battle.
For sure.
Which
multiple pod battles,
but we won the first one and that's what matters.
Yeah.
So
we are definitively the best Disneyland podcast.
Yes, obviously.
Other than All Aboard. All Aboard, you guys are cool.
So thank you, first of all, for that and for being part of all this and being friendly with us. Wish we could have met you at a Tiki Day, whatever, Adventureland
Day, whatever it's called.
But I ended up not going that day. But I do want to say, first of all, congratulations on getting past 150 episodes.
Yeah. That's a feat in itself.
Yes. And for doing this and for putting yourself out there and for being creative and making a show and for getting an audience and all that. But I also want to add that All Aboard the Disneyland Railroad will live on our set. Because
that's right.
They sent us a pin.
Here it is.
Their art. So that's going to be there. I generally don't remove things, especially if they're small. I move them.
Yeah.
But it's been back there since we won. So
I just want to read this. I've never actually read it.
So it's like one of the tickets from the ticket book.
Yeah. It says issued by the All Aboard the Disneyland Railroad. Good for one first class episode between Jungle Cruiser and Yo Ho Joe. The ticket is good only if presented with all checks attached. Okay.
So, Rain, the question was, what is one place? Well, make sure it gets back.
Yeah,
on
it's
what is,
going back,
what is one place? That's fine. You could go there. What is one place in the parks, if not the best place, for you to just stand and take it in, take in the sounds, the sights, possibly the smells, the feels?
I've done this multiple times. And you asked me a little while ago to think about it. Took me a second. And I find myself coming back to a place for multiple reasons. I'll mention what it is first, and then I'll explain why. It is the monorail stop in Tomorrowland.
Nice.
Yeah. So we always talk about that kinetic energy, seeing things move around you. I feel like when you're up there, not only are you higher than everyone else in Tomorrowland and, by the water and everything, you have a view of so many moving parts of Disneyland. You have the Matterhorn, you have the Finding Nemo, which is probably the best use of that ride, other than, being a ride. You just seeing the submarines go by in the water is really cool, especially at night. And then having the monorail come up like right next to you, awesome stuff. It tends to be quiet up there after people embark, and you can just chill up there as much as you want. And there are benches up there too.
Nice.
Which really help.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I thought about this one. This was, it wasn't the top for me, but it was there. You get the views, you get the waterfall and all that. So yeah, I did think about it. Now for me, I surprised myself. It has to be a bright but cool, breezy day. Paradise Gardens Park.
Really?
Looking over the bay. No, there's no band playing. There's nothing going on.
Okay.
It's not busy. The fun wheel, the pal around's going. Maybe you got some food or drink. Maybe it's a festival, because you feel this. It's open, right? But you're still in a park, and you have water near you. The sun's out. You're like, I'm in California. I'm living a wonderful life.
It is a California vibe there.
And as much as I like the trees of Grizzly Peak and all the little corners of Disneyland, this is a place you can stand and just appreciate for just like, I'm here right now.
Yeah.
Like my life is great. And that's got to be my number one.
Nice.
For now, of course. But yeah, I felt that during Touch of Disney. I've had random days I did that where it's just a great spot when there's nothing going on there. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for posing that question. All aboard the Disneyland Railroad. And, thanks for being you.
Yeah. 100%.
And, wish you luck in all your future endeavors. So, let's get to our next headline. San Food Sokyo. I'm excited.
Dude, me too.
For this.
Me too. And can I just say it? Baymax's Boba. This was called years ago at this point. Maybe not in the same spot, which, looking back on it, okay, maybe we should have thought of that. San Francisco area, whatever. But a lot of the things that we said in that episode are coming to fruition.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
We're always right.
We're like the Simpsons.
Yeah, Trammin did it first.
Yeah.
So Disney Eats released the foodie guide to San Francisco Square.
Is it who I think it is? Yep, Nicole Cantor. Let's go.
Is it Cantori?
Cantore.
That's for the video viewers. Okay. So the night before this went up, this was Sunday night.
Yeah.
This went up on a Monday. I was washing dishes, or I was doing something in my kitchen. And I'm like, well, July 4th's over, right? And we got the Rogers thing. I'm like, what's next? There's going to be a foodie guide dropping.
Yeah.
And the next morning, here it was. So let's get into it. This foodie guide for San Francisco Square does include existing items.
A lot of existing.
Which is okay. Existing items for the Pacific Wharf area, because the restaurants some of them are changing, some are not.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some favorites. So, don't break what isn't broken,
Yes. What is the saying?
Usually it's don't fix what isn't broken. But like don't take away the things that are, I know it still works. I'm like don't break our dreams. So at Lucky Fortune Cookery, available starting July 19th. So you got 1 week to try all the other stuff, and this is coming. But I believe these are not permanent items, but they're just there now. These are the menus.
Right. Like they can change, but these are more of things that things are gonna stay.
This is what the menu looks like.
Yeah.
So, food items at Lucky Fortune Cookery. Mobile order available. Karaage inspired crispy chicken sandwich with slaw and togarashi mayonnaise on a potato bun served with garlic chips.
So this togarashi stuff, I'm inclined to try it.
This is the aioli. It's probably the aioli at Trader Sam's. So it's
Okay.
imagine an Asian chipotle mayo.
Yeah.
Now, that is served with wings that you're dipping wings into.
That's
mayo.
a little different.
But I believe this is the sandwich. And if it is, this is one of the most glorious looking sandwiches
Yeah,
I've ever
it
seen.
is.
Because there's also a shrimp one that it might be.
But that doesn't look like a shrimp sandwich.
That could be like a shrimp patty, which is gross. But guys, this thing is man. It's the cover image. So
It's probably the first one because it's the first item.
well, hold on. It's okay, if you scroll all the way down, there's a shrimp katsu sandwich.
Oh.
And that might be it.
We'll see. That we will.
They're probably the same thing with different patties. But anyways,
Yeah.
sounds good. I'm always down for a chicken sandwich. Rain, you're always down for
A dry chicken sandwich.
but there's slaw.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, see, now that there's togarashi in there on the mayo, but there's also the slaw.
If they would have said served with coleslaw, I would have no problem. But they're saying with slaw and togarashi mayonnaise.
Yeah, but is it all going to blend together in your mouth because of the slaw?
No. Because sometimes, no matter what with coleslaw, you get some of the veggies. Because you're eating the veggies.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just getting...
But you're getting chicken and slaw.
I see what you're trying to do here. But no. In my head, this doesn't compute.
They've added back customization in the app.
Mhm.
So maybe it doesn't let you customize everything, but you might be able to say no mayo.
But I'm saying I think I might be open to this mayonnaise.
Oh, I thought you were saying you weren't.
No, that I am open.
Oh,
Because it's the togarashi version.
okay.
I have in my head decided that when I go to Japan, I need to have the mayonnaise. It's different
It's
from what...
Kewpie.
Yeah, it's the Kewpie stuff.
Yeah, you could buy that anywhere.
Right. But it's not in Japan. Like, I'm not going to be against it. Well, I'm not going to be in a Japanese restaurant being like, no mayo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I have to get used to it, whatever that is.
When you said in Japan, all I thought of was The Office.
In Japan.
Hot surgeon. Number one.
Being supposed to do that all the time.
Okay. Next up. Beef birria ramen with consomme, served with house-made birria, soft-boiled egg, Monterey Jack, cilantro, roasted corn, onions, and radish.
Really? Cheese. I think that's normal.
It's like quesabirria ramen. That's why.
Yeah.
This sounds great.
Yeah,
Why-
I mean, it's a beef birria ramen.
Yeah. This is new. I'm going to eat that
Oh, yeah.
all day long. Maybe in the winter. Next up, yaki udon with mushrooms, sugar snap peas, roasted red peppers, bok choy, and dark soy, and hoisin sausage.
So let's go, dude. That sounds great.
Plant-based.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Is that here? No. They duplicated these pictures but moved everything around.
Yeah.
That's silly. Okay. Now there is also yaki udon with karaage inspired chicken. So the same thing with chicken. So this sounds like it's just noodles and I believe it's this
Oh, okay.
in the corner.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. That's a kid's meal, I think, but it's the same thing. Or is that
Or is that the top left? Oh, no, those are wontons.
top right? What's this rice? Maybe that's just the teriyaki.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. This is
Come on, Nicole.
It's a little mess. So I'm going to keep going with the food and come back to the macaron. So the pork wonton nachos are currently there. They're a little oily, but they are absolutely delicious. Go and try them. Are we reading everything or no?
No, just the new stuff.
Okay. They still have teriyaki chicken. They still have the beef bulgogi burrito.
MVP of this Lucky Fortune cookery.
So
long
yeah,
time.
I gave Ozzy some flack Because he was like, this looks great. I'm like, I had it in August 2019.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Very heavy, but really good. You've had it?
Yeah, it's great. But like you said, the garlic chips are a little much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have pot stickers.
Nice.
There's some kids' meals, so teriyaki chicken and rice and veggies, and the yaki udon. But for dessert, they have the Baymax macaron filled with chocolate hazelnut spread, which is likely Nutella, and buttercream. So I'm down.
I'm down too.
Looks
Down too.
adorable. Very easy to make. Well, the little design. Is that covered in powdered sugar or is it just white?
I think it's just white.
Could you imagine?
It's white.
Okay.
It's white.
Yeah, that would be a mess. Okay. Sounds delicious. Oh, these
Beverages.
specialty beverages are also at Lucky Fortune Cookery. Lychee tea, Gold Peak unsweetened black tea, and premium lychee syrup with lychee coconut jelly.
Cool.
Yeah. Are we seeing that anywhere? Or?
That's the left one.
Is it?
Yeah.
They currently still have Thai tea with sea salt cream and brown sugar boba. I gotta try that. But
Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too. I didn't know it was sea salt cream.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm like,
interesting.
is there condensed milk? No, that's Vietnamese. That's Vietnamese coffee.
Yes.
Thai tea is just milk.
Yeah.
Okay. I can handle. They still got some Bottle Logic there and a strawberry lychee cocktail, which is existing. So the new thing is the lychee tea. You can also
No, it
get.
says the cocktail's new.
Oh, wow, my brain missed that. Strawberry lychee cocktail, vodka, lychee liqueur, premium strawberry syrup, and fresh lemon juice with sliced strawberry garnish. I don't know.
I'm down, dude. I am
don't
so
like
down.
The liqueur, I think, is going to kill it for me.
Think so?
I think so.
It's like a Midori sour with that's lychee, right? Like
No, there's no melon here.
oh
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, RIP to that Oogie Boogie Midori sour at the electric
Yeah.
eel lounge.
Yeah.
That was so eel electric lounge.
Yeah, that was
so
good.
I could drink those all day. Okay. Coming soon to Cocina Cucamonga Mexican Grill.
Do you think they should have changed the name, by the way? Really
what would they
quick.
call it?
I don't know, but I'm just like never been a fan of the name. Lucky Fortune Cookery, sure. To me that's very San Francisco. But Cocina Cucamonga
Well,
Mexican Grill.
I think the Mexican grill is the problem.
Yeah. If
they
it was just Cocina Cucamonga, it would
They
be
need
better.
to put the word Mexican in there so when people search Mexican in the app,
Yeah.
it comes up.
I know.
Yeah. What would you call it, though? See, this is what's weird. San Francisco, they're doing like, English and Japanese, but like kind of Spanish sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like in California. Well,
Yeah.
not really, but kind of.
Yeah. So, I can't imagine
know.
what I would call this.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be.
Because Mexican food places usually don't have a name.
Yeah.
It just says,
Tacos de
yeah.
Güero.
Or
Always güero.
No, mariscos.
Or mariscos de güero. Or cholos. Or something.
No, I mean like they have a name, but the sign says Mexican food.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Okay. San Francisco style street corn with togarashi mayonnaise, queso fresco, furikake, and bonito flakes, served with wheat chicharrones. So
This is so interesting.
So this is elote, but with Japanese style togarashi mayo.
Yeah.
Because elote is mayo, right? This has the pinwheels, the rueditas,
Yeah.
which have furikake flakes on them, which is like
Seaweed.
I think this is smart.
Yeah.
There were complaints about fusion food at food festivals. However, this whole land is fusion.
Right.
So I think this works very well.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. And this probably tastes better than plain mayo.
Yeah.
To be honest. Staying are the quesabirria street style tacos.
That's probably never going to go away.
Yeah. People love them. They're
Yeah.
staying. Dude, every Mexican person who has told me they tried this, like they're very good,
Yeah. 100%.
which is great.
100%.
As they should be.
Right.
Because it's not hard to find a Mexican cook.
Right. And
Chef.
look, they got it right here. They can get it right across the way at Disneyland, at Rancho.
Do they not? Because that's what people expect at Rancho?
That's the thing. That's my argument. It's like the white people Mexican food.
I feel like they could just make it Mexican food and then just ask what kind of salsa you want.
Yeah.
And chances are
That's-
people who don't want it are going to get it on the side anyway.
That's why Chipotle works.
Yeah. And just tell them to pick an item and pick your salsa.
Yeah.
You know, that's all. Because people just don't like the spicy.
Mhm.
They like the flavors. If you gave someone just authentic, that doesn't mean anything. Carne asada, they're going to be like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, they have the regular taco and the regular carne asada taco and the al pastor. They're splitting this up, which is very weird.
Yeah.
They have pollo asado. They have the tacos dorados with
Papa.
what?
Tacos dorados de papa.
Oh, I heard pata. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
papa.
Yeah. So crispy potato tacos and a vegan crema, which is actually really good. They have beans. They have rice.
Those frijoles charros are really interesting. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna get a bowl of beans at
Well, I know.
California Adventure. You
I know, but
I think that's what it is.
But chorizo with bacon in the beans is pretty good.
And they have plain tacos for the kids.
Yeah.
I'd eat that.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. They have specialty beverages. The horchata's still there, but they have a new melon cocktail. Tequila, melon liqueur, fresh lemon juice, and orgeat, which is almond, topped with a cherry.
There's your Midori sour.
Yeah. Lime margarita's still there. They still got bootleggers, Modelo, and micheladas with both.
Wow, a michelada with an IPA? Interesting.
That could work.
Yeah.
Bootlegger IPA, you know? Oh, this is their Cocina Cuca Mango, probably.
Mm.
It's a mango flavored hazy IPA.
Yeah, it is.
Coming soon. Rita's Turbine Blenders.
That's the weirdest name.
Baja Blender. Same,
Yeah.
They couldn't call it like Rita's Turbine Tequila, you know? Tequila's too on the nose.
Right.
I'm trying to think. What's a drink in Spanish?
Bebida?
All right. I'm thinking of something else. Okay.
Or so soda is actually slang. Do you know that? Soda? Like dame un soda?
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. And it's a refresco. I can never say it. Whatever. Refresco.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you say soda.
I was thinking like they could have had some sort of pun with like tomar, you know? Like to drink.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyways, Rita's Turbine Blenders. So they have the Turbine Twirler with choice of frozen wild cherry, frozen lemon lime, frozen strawberry, or frozen blue raspberry slushy with peach gummy ring. Non-alcoholic though.
Okay, they had me, and I was like, all right, what kind of alcohol is going to
Yeah.
be? Then no,
They had me
get outta
too.
here.
I didn't read this fully.
Get out of here.
Now they have the Rita's Lemon Lime Margarita, and this comes with strawberry cream covered cocoa biscuit stick. That is Pocky.
Yeah.
That's strawberry chocolate Pocky.
Oh, that's the fusion.
Yeah. Rita's Grand Lemon Lime with the same Pocky.
Yeah.
Rita's Strawberry with the same Pocky. And Rita's Grand Strawberry. So same menu, but they have the non-alcoholic slushies. Dude, I wish it wasn't premixed.
Me too.
I want the blue.
Me too. I
I
want the
drink
blue
that
with some
all day long.
now with some rum. Give me some rum. I mean, that's the open ocean, but whatever.
Dude, the tequila would be fine with a blue slushie.
Yeah.
The peach rings, come on. But coming soon, Aunt Cass Cafe? Is it Cass?
It's not Aunt Cass's Cafe?
Yeah, Aunt, I guess. I say Aunt, but then like people are like my aunt, and I'm like, okay,
Aunt just sounds like you're,
pretentious. Come on.
or it's like there's no way to say it in English, but it's like a doña, like you're showing respect because they're older. Aunt.
That's fine. Like,
Yeah.
just Aunt,
Aunt Cass.
dude. I call him. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyways, Aunt Cass's Cafe, not Cass. Aunt Cass Cafe. It's not possessive. Mobile order available. They will not put a date on this. Curry beef, carrots, potatoes, and onions cooked in classic curry, topped with rice, pickled ginger, and green onions, served in a boudin sourdough bread bowl.
Let's go, dude. I am so down. Jeez. Wow. Okay. This second one, I think, is my most hyped because of what it's doing. So
San Francisco clam chowder. Creamy clam chowder with bacon, potatoes, and a hint of white miso, served in a boudin sourdough bread bowl.
that white miso, interesting. I was like, wow, they're actually touching the clam chowder.
I'm sorry, pescatarians.
Yeah.
We got some bacon in there. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
You can also just get mac and cheese. But you can get soba noodle salad with tofu, cabbage, edamame, carrots, roasted corn, scallions, and cilantro topped with crispy shallots and sesame ginger dressing.
Nice.
Sounds good. Mexican soba.
Yeah.
Chilled shrimp soba noodle salad. So it has everything, including the tofu with some shrimp.
Which I guess isn't new.
I don't know. It's new. It's got to be new. And they have a new Japanese-style fluffy cheesecake. Dude, my uncle has been on the hunt for fluffy cheesecake, but not really hunting.
Has he been to the Mr.
Where is it?
Tetsu's?
Where?
There's a bunch of them.
I'll let him know.
Yeah. There's one by the Walmart by Bosco.
Mr. Tatsu?
Tetsu, something like that. Look up Tetsu Japanese cheesecake.
Okay. Cheesecake. Uncle Tetsu.
Uncle Tetsu.
Okay, so where am I going to find Uncle Tetsu?
And one in Hacienda Heights, in Torrance, in Arcadia.
He's not going to any of those places.
And there is now one right by, like I said, right by Bosco.
Oh, hold on. We have a bingo. There's one in Costa Mesa, Irvine area.
Ah, I got him.
Maybe he'll go. Okay.
The 405.
Yeah. That's not the same 405. I mean, it is.
But yeah,
but
but it's not. The South Coast 405.
Yeah. I'm down to try this fluffy cheesecake. Is this?
I tried it.
Wait.
It's not cheesecake.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't try this one.
No. But the Tetsu I did.
Is this the death of?
Don't say it. The bread pudding.
We're going to get different cheesecakes, man. But you like this type of cheesecake.
I do.
Okay.
So maybe there's some redeeming quality, but come on, don't take my bread pudding. Out of everything. This is what you decide.
Okay. They have the shrimp katsu sandwich, panko breaded shrimp patty.
You're right.
On a potato bun with cabbage sauce, spicy mayo, and katsu sauce served with garlic chips. But, dude, they're the same thing. This could be either one.
Yeah, it could be.
So there you go. That's the shrimp one, but they're the same exact sandwich. So there you go. But you like shrimp.
I do. No,
shrimp
I'm
patty
down.
though. I don't know.
I'm down.
Let's see. Turkey Pesto Club. This is what's currently there. Looks like it's permanent. Valerie loves this thing. So congratulations, Valerie.
Yeah.
It was fine. Steamed rice. New.
It's new. All right.
For the kids, you could just buy a sourdough loaf, round, or baguette, plant-based. It's bread, like we know. And they have a turkey sandwich and mac and cheese for kids. I'd eat that mac and cheese.
Yeah, me too.
They put some panko on it.
Yeah.
All right. They have some specialty beverages. Honey lemonade. The lemonade is hyphenated. Minute Maid lemonade, 0 sugar.
What's up?
Oh, so it's not light anymore. It's 0 sugar.
Yeah, 0 sugar.
The light had like 10% sugar or something, right? It was some weird.
Yeah, it was a lot lower.
Okay. And yuzu puree with passion fruit and strawberry popping spheres. Non-alcoholic.
Cool.
Specialty caramel cream cold brew. Joffrey's coffee caramel mudslide cold brew. Topped with house-made sea salt caramel whipped cream.
Oh, mudslide?
Hold on.
Hold the horses. Hold them all. What are we looking up here?
Joffrey's coffee cold brew caramel mudslide topped with sea salt caramel toffee sauce with whipped cream is served at Cafe Daisy. This does not have the sauce, but it's a sea salt caramel whipped cream.
Okay.
With the same mudslide cold brew.
Okay, so they're just changing out the topping and calling it new.
If you don't like the Cafe Daisy one, you're going to like this even less because there's no syrup. This is like very cold brewish.
Yeah.
But they do have the peach soju citrus cocktail.
Ooh.
2 weeks ago, I would have been like, I don't know, man, but I've tried peach soju and it's the best. So
congratulations.
I'm in. You son of a Baymax, I'm in. Firestone Walker Brewing Company, 805. All right.
Okay. 805. You got to announce 805.
805 came and went.
It really did.
It was everyone's trying to be Blue Moon.
Yeah.
And I think Mango Cart kind of became Blue Moon.
It did. For
in California.
Sure did. Yeah.
I don't know nationwide.
Dude, who drinks Blue Moon anymore?
No one.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just get the mango cart.
Yeah.
Kev said that was happening. From some insider knowledge, but yeah, it's happening.
Nice.
R.I.P. Blue Moon. You were good to me.
It's still around. I mean, they serve it
Yeah.
across the street from my work.
Dude, I mean, if you go to a bar and you say, give me a Blue Moon, you're good.
Yeah.
It's way better than, what's that? Shock Top.
Yeah, get out of your Shark Top.
That had its moment too.
It did.
Okay. Coming soon. Port of San Francisco Cerveceria.
Nice.
Mobile order available. So you can get the garlic pinwheel chips mix. So this is rueditas and the garlic puff chips in one.
It might be good, man. It might be good having them together like that.
Yeah, with a little bit of seaweed going on.
Yeah.
So we have 2 new beers from Karl Strauss. We have the Endless Summer Hard Seltzer, which is mandarin orange and dragon fruit.
I'm down.
And
I'm down.
the Moment of Zen, which is a Japanese rice lager.
Also down.
Now, these are supposedly already there. Yeah, they are. Follow the Sun Blonde Ale, Wind and Sea, Wheat Ale, Red Trolley Ale,
Old Faithful.
Boat Shoes, Hazy IPA, and Aurora Hoppy Alice. Full Karl Strauss. So, very cool. Okay, is this going to be presented by Karl Strauss or featuring Karl Strauss?
Featuring.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming soon, Baymax Sipper at multiple locations. So you can get a Baymax with a straw in his head. What's the red dot?
His on button?
Hmm.
There's going to be some kind of light or something inside watch.
Oh, he's like standing in something. Is it like...
Oh, his charging station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he has to stand on something.
Yeah.
That's cute, I guess. I don't care about sippers. So you get a free fountain beverage at time of purchase. And it's at Lucky Fortune Cookery, Cocina Cucamonga, and Aunt Cass Cafe.
Dude, the Ancast Cafe. Really looking forward to that. That curry, the clam chowder. All sounds great.
Dude, I'm kind of really down for the shrimp sandwich versus the chicken.
Are you?
'Cause it's
different.
yeah,
We don't ever get a shrimp sandwich.
Yeah. A shrimp patty, we'll see.
Yeah.
But it could be good. Could be good. All right. I believe that's all we have for the news.
Yeah.
Cool. So, this here's our Big Thunder topic of the week. Disneyland's heart and soul. So, it's Disneyland's 68th birthday
Is it?
on
it?
the 15th.
Okay.
And we should do the episode before that. So that's what this is. Is it a birthday or anniversary? I feel like I'm going to ask this on Threads.
Birthday. I am sticking by birthday. It's the birth of something.
I just realized I'll be there Saturday, not on purpose.
Nice.
Cool. So, okay. Yeah, that's the birthday. So, as a little primer, this is Walt Disney's speech, opening day speech. To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here, age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world. So let's keep this in mind
Okay.
as we go through this episode. This is going to be all the things that make Disneyland Disneyland, like what makes a Subaru, you know? So all the little things, the side things, the things you might think are unimportant, things that other parks might not care about.
Yeah.
Things that most people probably don't even care about. But if they were gone, would it even be Disneyland anymore?
Right.
So this is the heart and soul, the meat and potatoes of Disneyland.
The initial.
The essence.
The essence.
The
I like
essence
that. I
of
like that.
Disneyland. The what?
I'm thinking like the initial, like what starts the magic? Like what's the middle of the magic?
Catalyst, the nexus.
Yeah. The nucleus.
Dude, I was going to say. I was doing the pause because he pauses. The nucleus. Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get to the nucleus. Main Street, USA. Let's start with great moments with Mr. Lincoln and the Main Street Opera House. So Main Street Opera House, you know, it's got the little museum area on the outside, history of design, whatever. But if we're talking America, there is just a scale model of the U.S. Capitol.
So interesting. Yeah. Dude, it always resonates in my head that we shouldn't be ashamed to be somewhat patriotic, to be proud of, I guess, where we came from and how this country has developed, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do this today. Literally what we're doing right now. If we were in a, different kind of society or a different part of the world. So it is cool to see some kind of patriotism still in Disneyland and seeing things like a model of the Capitol that have nothing to do with Disneyland, but it's like, hey, this is kind of cool.
Hey, the ideals, dreams, and hard facts that have created America.
There you go.
So I think it is patriotic to hate the government.
It is
Because
you can be better.
yeah, what you're saying is you are not doing right by this country
Right.
that I live in, my home. So I think you can have it both ways. Now, nationalism is a separate thing. And if you find the definition between those, you see patriotism is cool. Patriotism is, look, we're blowing up fireworks for the birthday of this country that none of our ancestors were from.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not saying we are the best and everything's perfect, but it's okay to be like, yeah, this place is pretty cool most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. I just think patriotism has such a native connotation behind it now.
Yeah, because people who call themselves patriots are often nationalists.
Right.
Not everyone. I'm saying like there are people who, if you got patriot in your bio,
Yeah, something's up.
if you out there do, you're okay.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. When the
100%.
flag is a little too big on the truck, on the tow hitch,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. So if that's you, sorry. Everyone has their own story. So Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln is just literally the story of the Civil War and America and President Lincoln.
Yeah, what's the word? Abolishing.
Abolition.
The abolition of slavery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had it. I was just...
There's no meant in
let
there.
him cook.
I feel like abolition meant no.
Abolitionism?
The act of abolishing.
Abolishment.
Abolishment. There you go.
To be fair, that's not on my page. I just knew where Rain was going.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Of slavery.
Wait, didn't you say that? No, you said abolition. Anyways.
Yes.
Anyways. Which is, a really big part of America.
Which makes Mr. Lincoln cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, now we have even the tribute to Frederick Douglass.
Mhm.
It's getting recognized more and more lately, I notice. And it's just a cool little thing to have there. And I think beyond the America thing, this was Walt Disney's like Westworld moment, even though it happened in reverse. Like that was their whole thing. It's like they made an animatronic and it stood up. And I've said this before on here, probably blew people's minds.
Yeah.
Because they saw him talking and they're like, oh, whoa, that's still cool. Like a little robot talking in a chair. And then he stands.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. I still think it's a cool moment.
It is.
Because
it has the music behind it. There's like a little bit of hype there right before he actually gets up. You know what I mean?
It's like, yeah. And what's his face? Hondo Onaka moves very naturally like a human and whatever. But he's standing the whole time. All the animatronics don't really change position, right?
Yeah.
This one stands.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really like come to life moment. And Disneyland brings fantasy to life. And that's kind of the point. And I think that is a great moment with Mr. Lincoln. If you have not seen it by now, you really do need to see it once. When we tell you like, oh, it's been a while, go see it. It's kind of like, hey, you're kind of avoiding the lines maybe or whatever. It's an alternative. If you've never seen it, it's very cool. It made Jay Pritchett cry in that episode of Modern Family.
That's right. That's right. But I really quick on like the evolution here. I don't think we've gone past that. Gone past the standing at all. They have in Tokyo because they walk now.
We have Groot.
Oh, you're right.
Tokyo, they don't walk. They move on a spinny thing.
Right.
You're talking about like Belle and the Beast dancing?
Mm-hmm.
They're still on a platform. They're not freestanding.
Okay.
They're still, it's like there's still something bolted to them.
Got it. Okay, but you're right. We do have Groot,
Yeah.
and Groot's coming.
People seen him on the stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he walks around.
Okay.
I think with no tether too.
Wow.
So he's just walking.
And Judy Hopps too. Both characters are coming.
I didn't hear about this one.
It was at D23. They had the one that like flips.
Oh.
Yeah. More animatronic stuff. Hey, we have Spider-Man.
Yeah, in its own way, yeah.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, okay.
That one's not meant. I think the thing about Lincoln is I think something that's really cool about it is he was a real person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have Finn, but Finn is John Boyega playing Finn.
Right.
It's not Abraham Lincoln. And I know they got the Hall of Presidents and whatever over there, right?
Yeah.
But this is still, I think, one of the coolest things. And
sure.
You really should see it.
For sure.
The Main Street Theater. It was all started by a mouse. It's just Mickey shorts.
Yeah.
In a theater on Main Street.
The OG ones. All in black and white.
Yeah. And the music playing. And it's just like this. Just bear with me. This is worthless. Yeah. There's no point to this.
You have a couple benches in front of screens.
Yeah. It could be a store. It could be another place. It could be a place to buy popcorn. Yeah. They tried to sell merch in there once. People got mad. It's just a place to go and watch like the origin of Disney. And it's really cool. Like it's because you watch TV at home, you watch cartoons, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is different. It's like you're in a theme park and you're just taking a moment. It's like, Steamboat Willie's on. And then you get lost in it for a second too. You're like, wow, this stuff was and still is really good.
It's a great place to get away from the crowd that's 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, they're right outside.
Yeah.
And they know it's there, but they don't care.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. People don't care. They walk right by it. They won't get rid of this.
Yeah.
It's what started it all, actually. Not even in it's look at this beautiful quote. It's like, no, this.
If those didn't happen, this wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Know your roots. But yeah, it's a very cool place to just like that's it. It's Mickey Mouse. Like, I don't know what else to say. But if some of you noticed the art this week, the Silhouette Studio, this is one of those like you can't just get a silhouette.
Yeah.
I'm sure people used to, right? And they still do. You need it's like first come, first serve, get an appointment in person, all that kind of stuff. But now it seems like such a special thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so cool.
It's so classic.
Yeah.
So it's like when you get married and have a home, you got to make one.
Yeah.
When you have a kid, you got to make one. You're not just like, today I'm going to the Silhouette Studio. You can, and that's really great but you don't want 10 of those.
Yeah, that look kind of weird.
You want one.
Yeah.
To put on the mantle, And it's like, yeah, it's a Disneyland souvenir, but it's very classy.
Yeah.
So I tried.
How do they make them? I have no idea.
I think they cut them.
By hand?
It's made by hand. It's usually like some old woman sitting there. And I think it's done live, and you just sit there for a moment and she just does it. It's like quick. They're like masters at it, dude.
So cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Do they remove double chin? I don't know.
I was thinking about that. Oh man.
Go in shaved,
Yeah.
So I think it came out good on the Trammin.
It did.
I want there to be a completely freehand die cut sticker because that's gonna be a sticker.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So
it might come this week. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. It's sticker week.
Yeah.
On Sticker Mule. Dude, did you notice they're 19 again?
They're 19? Oh, $19. You're right.
It was 29.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen lately is 19.
Wow.
To be 19 again. I don't want to be 19 again. Okay. Transportation. First off, transportation on Main Street. Main Street vehicles.
Really quick, before we get into that, I have a question.
Yes.
And Ricardo brought this up to me on Saturday when we went. And he said, hey, I have a question that I've been meaning to ask you guys. The track on Main Street, what is that used for?
The horse-drawn trolley.
It is, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Okay, cool. I was right. So the horse-drawn trolley.
Yeah, I think the horse sees the track and follows it.
Mm.
And it makes it easier, like, for the The horse can just pull and it goes. Like
Wouldn't wheels be easier though?
there are wheels.
So it's wheels with like a little track in the middle thing that makes it go a certain way?
What? The track is 2, and there's 2 wheels, like a train.
Oh,
It's a train track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Never mind.
What was in your brain?
Like that there's just one in the middle and it's like a little piece of metal that makes you go straight.
No. It's train wheels.
Yeah.
On a trolley.
Okay.
Yeah, just like DCA.
Right. But there's a trolley,
Yeah, this is a trolley.
but just horse drawn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I saw some cast member yell at someone because he was approaching the horse, and she was like, "Don't approach the horse." Like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you get live horses. You get the little
do.
buggy. Have you ridden the little buggy,
No.
dude? It's so fun.
The fireman one?
I know that one. Like, you gotta have a group.
Yeah.
But the little buggy, they're like,
Oh,
yeah, dude,
yeah.
it's so fun. The little covered one, because the drivers are so funny.
Yeah.
Like we said with Matthew, it's always like the oldest man you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And they got so much personality, and it gives you like that little old-timey town feel. And it's another one of those things. You're away from the crowds for a second. This isn't about crowds, but it's like you're in this little capsule of like, I'm just doing Disneyland.
Yeah.
And
Like everyone in front of you is going to move for you too.
yeah.
You are the main character right now.
Yeah, and you know what? You're interacting with cast that aren't, I mean, they're in a way in character, but they're not playing this character.
Right. Yeah.
They're not giving you a tour of the storybook land. They're not detaining you in
They seem
rides.
usually pretty real.
Yeah. They're like, where are you from?
Yeah.
Which is a very old town, old timey, like home feeling of
Yeah.
like, oh, where are you from? Like, I'm going to get to know you in these 5 minutes. So, yeah.
I need to do it.
Yeah, the omnibus, of course, is great too. And it's just like these, they cause issues.
Mm-hmm.
They crowd the walkways. They hold less people and would just be standing there. But they're there
Yeah.
because they are important. And when there's no nighttime entertainment, they're there throughout the night.
They're not going away anytime soon.
No. And the horses used to be a little bit off property. Now they're in, I think they go to San Bernardino every day.
Wow.
Pretty sure. So very cool, of course. But speaking of transportation, the Disneyland Railroad and the Disneyland Monorail. Walt Disney loved transportation. That is the only reason these things exist.
Yeah.
And the train is here because he wanted his own train.
Quite literally.
Yeah, he
Quite
just
literally.
wanted his own train. And so we have one.
Yeah, because if you think about it, even if you go to like a lot of these state parks, it's a thing that these parks have a train.
But it's not quite the steam engine.
Exactly. There's a difference there.
Busch Gardens train.
Yeah, there's a difference. Seeing the Disneyland one, it's something special. It's not full size, but it's near full size. It fools you enough, I feel. Right?
Let's see.
I'd say 3/4.
Let's see. Hold on.
I feel like anything 3/4
Come on.
usually feels right.
Wait, I'm a dummy.
What?
Disneyland's birthday is the 17th, and I knew that. And I said 15th.
Monday.
Yeah. And I'm like, I knew that.
But we're still coming up before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I knew it ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be there on the birthday. And then I said I am. But I am there Saturday. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to check right now for the word scale. Nope. That's
Size.
Yeah. No. It was later used. Okay. The first 2 locomotives are a 5 to 8 scale.
5 to 8. Hey, I was close. 3/4. 5 to 8. Right. 5/8 is the size right above 3/4.
Right below.
Right below.
625. 625 versus 7.5.
Yeah. Okay.
But let's see. I'm checking.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
There was a mini Lily Bell. That was 1 to 8.
That's the one that used to be on Tom Sawyer's, no? There was another train that went over there, but it was a little one.
Was that the one from his backyard?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We're not going to get into that too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have what feels like a full-size train.
Right.
And it's very calm. It's a real steam engine, which is crazy.
You hear them loading the water. Feeling the water. Right?
Yeah. So they didn't stop there with just a way to get around the park. It's actually a terrible way to get around the park. You have the whole journey through time.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's before Tomorrowland or after?
It is from Tomorrowland to Main Street.
Yeah, it's like you jump way back in time after the future.
Yeah.
But anyways, you go back to the prehistoric times and you go to before the dinosaurs, of the dinosaurs, and then you get back onto Main Street, and that was like supposed to be Marceline, Missouri in the past. And then you go to New Orleans, which is a little more in the future, but still the past, of course. And then you go to Toontown.
It's Fantasyland.
Yeah,
right.
which is like, you're kind of medieval, and then you head to tomorrow. So it's like, it's a train through time in a way, but there's a whole dinosaur diorama that they've recently updated to, where it's just like, we're just going to give you a history lesson on this train. But it's not educational. It's still, dude, one moment I'm never going to forget is when I was there with our friend Kayla, and she'd never been on the train before. And like, we're doing the Grand Circle tour. And so we get on the train, and when she sees the dinosaurs, she stood up to look, because we were on the facing forward thing where you face the front of the train. So she like stood up and craned her neck like in awe, like jaw drop, like, what is this? I never knew this was here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's a very, dude, this is, if you ask someone about the Disneyland train, like an older person, they're going to talk about the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It'll come up.
I think they were placed after the World's Fair, right? It was part of the Small World, the Carousel of Progress, when all that stuff came, the dinosaurs came. Because it was the same track that was used with the Omnimover Ford Mustangs.
What?
The Omnimover system came from the Mustangs, right?
Yeah.
Where it was the combo with Ford.
Which World's Fair was this?
64, I want to say.
The train opened on the opening.
No, I know.
Oh, you said, the dinosaurs.
But they retrofitted the section by putting this diorama in there after the 64 World's Fair.
Gotcha.
I have this weird connection with that music. Not that. It's when you get closer and it has it crescendos a little bit. It goes like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like, like the dinosaurs. It has this like old timey feel to it, but it puts me back. It hits this like nostalgia that I don't have, because it's like from like the 50s and 60s kind of era music.
No, but it's a nostalgia. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
This is in our end notes, but the nostalgia is part of Disneyland.
Yeah.
You grew up with this.
Yeah.
Little spiky haired Christian in the Quicksilver shirt and the cargo shorts.
Yeah.
He was all into this, and you're remembering
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It puts me back into a certain mindset, which I love.
Yeah. So it's not only, Walt Disney's favorite form of transportation, but it's a journey through the past. But also, this man loved transportation so much, we got the first daily running monorail.
Yeah. It's insane.
And it's still there, and it just runs all day long.
Yeah.
And that, pretty good form of transportation.
Yeah.
And that's the future. And the monorail is never going to happen. There's a great Tom Scott video. He's going to stop making videos.
Who's Tom Scott?
The British guy with the red shirt, makes like awesome 3-minute videos.
No idea.
Subscribe.
Okay.
You're done. You're done.
Really?
Dude.
Oh, no.
I think, yeah.
Tom Scott?
Yeah. They're 3.5 minutes, so you can just binge it, dude. He does videos on everything.
I've never seen this guy in my life. Wow. Subscribe.
Yeah, he's an OG.
Okay.
So he did a little monorail video on how they're kind of pointless because of the point of a monorail is to elevate you above the walkways, but directly under the monorail you have to have the supports for the monorail.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
Right.
So they have their uses. However, the monorail is awesome. You feel cool in it, and it's another one of those things where it just it is Disneyland.
Yeah.
That Disneyland monorail. You can't even explain why it is, really. And we are, it's transportation, blah, blah, blah. Trammin 101. Great episode with Matthew.
But it's like you're saying, you can't really explain why it is.
Yeah.
Other than this crazy man.
Dude, it's in the art I have over there. It's
Yeah.
in that other art with the Matterhorn in it. Like, it's just...
It's a big part of Disneyland.
Yeah.
The image especially.
It's more or less always been there. And it's just a cool thing that you don't really get in many places.
Right.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Plaza Inn. Specifically, the decor. This was designed by Walt's wife, Lillian Disney. And it's this, like, just pink, frilly, like, banquet hall decor.
Like I'm going to my great aunt's really big house to have dinner.
Godmother's house.
Yeah, your godmother. Yeah, there you go.
You're also correct, but it's got that. It's got the stained glass type of thing, like the
like you're almost even looking for that bowl of nasty candy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking? I don't even know what kind of candy that is, but you're looking for that bowl. But yeah, stained glass.
Yeah, and the are they vivariums?
What are
No.
vivariums?
Let's see. That's not a real thing. It's from Harry Potter. It's a word that sounds like that.
What
the
are you
sunrooms?
Oh,
What's that called? Sunroom. It has a name. It's a something arium.
No idea.
Name.
Aquarium.
Solarium.
Solarium. There you go.
Vivarium is also like some horror movie apparently, but it's where you keep your beasts in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes.
But yeah, I knew it wasn't correct. But yeah, solarium, conservatory, whatever. So it's got those where you can eat in, big tables, small tables, fancy chairs.
Yeah, they are.
And
That they are.
fancy little dinner tables, and of course the delicious fried chicken.
Yes.
And it's like that home cooking type of thing where you just know. Everyone knows.
Yeah, like you walk in and you know you're gonna have some good food, but you also know that even if you replace or whatever, nobody's looking for green beans. But
Raven and Joel are looking for green beans.
True. But you have them on your plate and you're like, this is good.
You should be eating the green beans.
Exactly. But to me, that makes it almost like real homey. This is like, I kind of make this
Eat
food
your
at home.
vegetable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you feel like you're eating dinner. It's served on these heavy glass plates.
Yeah.
And yeah, the decor is just so old. And you know it's old, but it's
part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah, it's just that's part of the soul, really, of Disneyland. Of just like some things are new and Disneyland will never be complete, but like, hey, listen, the cigar store Indian is here.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. And he's kind of a staple too. Last thing on Main Street, we brought it up before, the magic shop.
Yeah.
Nothing else is going there, so it's fine. But it's just like this cute little, it's just here.
Yeah.
It's another one of those pointless things that makes Disney special.
It's also just nice to have it. It just feels good that it's there. You may not go in there all the time, but it's like, it's the magic shop. It's there.
Yeah.
Feels good.
It's kind of like when they tear something down somewhere you grew up and you haven't been there in 10 years.
Yeah.
But you're like, don't
do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like you don't want your past to go away.
Right.
And I think some of these things are like that where there's just certain things you got to have like tethers to that can't go away. And there's one of them. Another one of these things, the fortune tellers throughout the park. There's the fortune tellers. Of course, on Main Street, there's like the test your strength, whatever. All that stuff, including that organ. You know,
yeah, that's right.
And the marionettes. But the fortune tellers, the even the ones in Adventureland. We got to pull off Main Street a little bit for a second. The magic lamp, which isn't even that old, but
it's still
there.
cool. Yeah.
The shrunken Ned, right? Is that his name?
I think so.
And the bazaar area.
You get Red. What's his name? Red the pirate.
Fortune Red.
Fortune Red. Yeah.
And then is the one on? Is it Esmeralda?
Yes, that's probably.
We don't have a Zoltar, do we?
No.
Okay.
No.
Too much.
I feel like that's in other places.
Yeah. So all these like old timey, like you get your little fortune, you can actually collect them all.
Yeah.
And it's almost like your brain blocks them out when you pass by them until you notice them. I feel like there's a word for that. I feel like there's a fake Tumblr word for that too. But like these like artifacts almost where you're just like, oh, right, that thing is here. Like I got to do this. It's.
How much are they now? Do you know? $1?
I don't know. I have a picture
Of how much it is?
I knew we were doing this episode and I grabbed a couple pictures. So here's Shrunken Ned. Head shrink of the jungle. For a personal diagnosis and a souvenir prescription card, please insert coins below. 50 cents.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Where am I getting 50 cents? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there he is.
Nice.
There's Shrunken Ned, and there's Aladdin's. Does this say Aladdin's other lamp?
Does it really say that? Oh, yeah, it does. Well,
Yeah. Whosoever rubs the lamp and places coins in the slot below, that's in parentheses, shall receive the wisdom of the genie and have their future revealed. Also 50 cents.
nice.
Yeah. And this is like in this nondescript little corner of the bazaar in Adventureland. And it's just like...
It's those things that, like you said, they don't need to have. They don't need to do, but they still do.
And it's a little bit old theme parky, almost carnival, but not quite. Almost the fair, but not quite. Like a little more special, the Disneyland touch.
I actually went to Frontierland this past weekend.
Did you find it?
I did. It's this.
What the heck is that?
Yeah. It's like a xylophone, I think, on the inside. Like one xylophone and a few drums.
I've never seen this before.
No?
Dude, again, this is like a... It's almost like cryptids.
Yeah.
Or the other thing, what's the SCP?
SCP.
It's have you played Control?
No.
At all? It's like weird artifacts that are actually not what they seem.
Oh,
but like they're
okay.
in plain view. Anyways.
Yeah, it says the better automatic. Yeah, it's literally what it's called, I guess. Manufactured by Nelson Wig in Chicago.
Huh.
Whatever this
little
thing
music box type of thing,
Yeah,
right?
25 cents.
Nice. And this plays a little song.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with a bag of quarters and just do all these things.
Yeah.
That would be a YouTube video
Mm-hmm.
for a YouTuber because we're not gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also JD wrote in, he's like, are you thinking of the Woody marionette? And I still don't know where that is. Is that the one on Main Street? No.
I think it is.
No, it's Pinocchio.
Oh, it is Pinocchio. You're right.
All I know is he said that, but yes, all these small little things that I think the heart and soul of them is when a kid sees that and experiences it, it's really special. It's like this, it's the standout thing. It's like, yeah, they went on the rides or whatever, and it's like, it's the mind of a child type thing. I want my fortune. Right?
That's the whole point of Disneyland.
Yeah, the whole point is parents and their children hanging out together in a safe, fun place. Because imagine a kid who can't read yet, or they're not understanding the words. The parent reads it to them, and it's like this little shared thing that they get, and parent can play along and all that. So it's these little things that just really add to the magic, and it's almost like these tertiary things of you are there to eat food and go on roller coasters and rides and dark rides.
Right.
But then you have all these other things, and we're going to get into more of those things. But these things that just, they add and they fill out the experience. They're like, I'm trying to think of like a food analogy or something.
It's like the toppings on top of ice cream.
No,
you don't need them, but they're there in case you want them.
It's almost like it's like the chips on nachos. Like,
oh, okay.
The nachos, the food, there's the beef and the whatever, and the chips fill in all the empty spaces.
Yeah.
It's not the best analogy.
I see where you're going though. I get it.
Or like those candy bowls where it's like you have all these wonderful things, and then like throughout the whole thing, it's like filled with M&Ms in the empty spaces. It's just like these little things that leave no dead space.
Right.
Good game? I don't know. I've never played. But we got to give a shout out to the themed trash cans.
Yeah.
And the reason they're here is because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
there's always a trash can for you. I've never said, where's the trash can?
Which is great.
You look in any given direction. You might look for like 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Like you pan. And there is one that is so close to you and yet never in your way. I've never tripped over a trash can.
Yeah.
But they're always there.
You're right. I've never tripped over one either.
They're always in the right spot, the right time, right distance away from you. There's the whole, it's we'll call it a legend, or where Walt Disney would start eating something and walk, and when he was done, he wishes there was a trash can there. I feel like that would be a little long.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? But that's what it feels like. By the time you're done with whatever it is, you're doing a drive-by.
Dude, there's a science to the trash cans. For sure. I mean, when Brandy was really into like the roller coaster tycoon days, you had to put a certain amount of trash cans for a certain amount of people in a certain amount of areas and certain distances away from each other. And so no trash gets collected on the floor.
And I do believe Disneyland invented the covered trash can.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, each one of those trash cans are expensive. Those covering, whatever they are.
Yeah, okay. Walt came up with the idea of the covered bin with a swinging lid. This would contain the trash out of sight and control the smell. Disneyland was the first place to use such trash cans, but Walt never patented the idea because other manufacturers told him they were useless.
Idiots.
Yeah. No, there's a TIL on Reddit that Walt Disney invented the modern public trash can.
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, and dude, it never smells like trash. I mean, there's some other smells in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But
not like trash.
how have we not done that yet?
The smells of Disneyland?
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, there are. There you go.
Yeah.
Episode 284.
Dude, that's over 2 years away.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, but all the they're so pretty.
Yeah.
They sell salt shakers. They sell merch for the trash cans.
Yeah, that should tell you something.
And it's not like, ooh, I'm quirky. I like the trash cans. Like, no, they're very pretty.
Yeah.
Like,
and themed to every land.
Every land, like portions of lands.
Yeah.
Like Paradise Gardens Park had it before that became a land. There are just themed trash cans.
Shout out to the Pixar ones. The clouds, great.
Yeah, we're not going to DCA today.
Yeah.
But yes, every trash can has a theme. And shout out to my favorite trash can.
Which is?
The pizza box trash can.
Yeah. Stick it right in.
Yeah.
The pizza box.
Yeah. Maybe for like the third time, I will post a picture of me and my family because the trash cans are exactly the same from 98 or 99 on Main Street. They did move them. I checked, but they're in front of the Opera House. So, yeah, just love these. And my brain knows what it feels like to flip it with my like fingernails and drop the trash in and then hear it slam back. You know what I mean? It's ingrained.
Dude, those things are some heavy duty trash cans though. The amount of usage that goes into them every single day.
I have seen people bump into them. The people don't win.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's not moving.
Yeah.
I think they bolt them down though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. I've probably seen at least one bolted down, but not every single one. But yeah. Shout out. Trash cans. So, next up, all of the boats along the rivers of America and the rivers of America themselves. A lot of this stuff was like covered in this Frontierland episode we did.
Mm-hmm.
But first off, seeing the Native Americans and them getting like updated lore and all that. And I think to the shock of many people, Walt Disney used to hire Native Americans to tell their own stories. Like, for as much as we have Peter Pan and the Cigar Store Indian,
right?
Walt Disney did not put feathers on a man and paint him brown or quote unquote red. They hired Native Americans and people would gather around and they do like a story time to like pass on oral tradition.
Very forward thinking in the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah. Again, there's some, slip ups, many, I'm sure.
Right.
But they did have, the thing with the reason why Native American culture is so lost is they don't write it down.
They just tell them.
And that's That's the point. It's an
Yeah.
oral tradition. It's, that's your glossary term, where they'd pass on the stories to their descendants. And, they had an opportunity to do that at Disneyland because they were the first Americans.
Yeah.
Right? So it's remembering, we didn't come from them, but where this country came from. And, they really terrible things along the way. But it's still this small gesture of like, you're not forgotten, and we're not going to fix the problems by having Native Americans at Disneyland. But at least it's like this, hey, these rivers of America, shout out to River. Here's America, right? Here are the Native Americans. And I forget, you know what? We'll look it up out of respect.
What the tribe is?
Yeah.
I know. I just heard it the other day too.
I'm going to know when I hear it.
It starts with a C or an S. Sala.
The Plains Indians.
Plains Indians?
Yeah, dude, I could hear it on the Mark Twain voice. The home of the Plains Indians.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm realizing they're still called Indians. I don't know.
Yeah. Is that like the tribe name? I did notice that when I was on the Columbia this past week, that they do still say Indians.
Yeah, I wonder because that's a name.
Brandy, Kaylee, and I were watching Pocahontas, and they were like, "Why do they call them Indians? Like that's so bad." And I'm like, in defense of this, the settlers who were coming and trying to come over here actually did think they were Indians. They're from India.
Yeah,
right. So in the movie, them calling Indians isn't that bad. It's just once we figured out that they were not Indians, and you still keep calling them, that's a little offensive.
and also, I mean, people called them Indians back then when the movie was made too.
Yeah.
The Native American thing, they've always been that, but like we're finally kind of getting around saying it.
Right.
But subtleties. While they did the story of Pocahontas dirty, and the chief's son was actually like a cool dude, who wasn't a jealous person.
Yeah.
But, they messed with the story. However, in defense of the movie, the song "Savages" has the part where the Native Americans sing it back, saying these people coming here are savages.
Yeah.
Like they're calling us that, but they're the real savages. So it's like
That's the whole point of the movie.
it's kind of like, oh, why is there a slave auction in Pirates of the Caribbean? Because pirates are bad.
Yeah.
Why did they call them Indians? Because they're bad people too. It's not like, we're not gonna sugarcoat what happened, right? Even though, I guess they did with the John Smith thing. That's a whole thing. Read up on that yourself. Now we didn't whitewash it. We blue washed it.
Blue washed it.
Yes. Avatar.
Ah, you're right. Brandy's like, man, I don't like this movie, but Avatar, that's good. Real good.
Oh, it's not.
That's what I said. I'm like, it's fine. It's just Pocahontas. It is crazy how Pocahontas said actually Pocahontas.
You're going to play that game though, aren't you?
There's a game. Oh, the Avatar? Nah, that's Ubisoft. I'm not an Ubisoft guy.
You're not.
No.
You're not Mr. Open World.
Nope, not at all. Mr. Linear.
I'm Mr. Open World Wide. So that's why you're loving Final Fantasy 16.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this was kind of, the inspiration for this episode. One evening, I told the story here. Kimmy and I were at Disneyland, and it was really busy. The Mark Twain was running at night, and we were on our way to the Tiki Room, which will also come up later. You can see how this was inspired, but we weren't just trying to escape the crowds by any means necessary. Like, we were going to the Tiki Room because I'm like, I want to, and it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way, I saw the Mark Twain, and it wasn't like, let's see. I was like, I want to get on the Mark Twain. And getting on it was like this. Yeah, it facilitates Phantasmic, and it's beautiful, and you have the island and whatever. But, it's another one of these things. It's not even very common in other theme parks. You're not really waiting in line for this thing.
Yeah.
You're getting on a boat in a theme park that's just going around, and they're telling a little story. You get a little history lesson once again. It's a piece of our history, steamboats and all that, and that's where we read that on the plaque that Hope pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just, I think when you're on the Mark Twain especially, but even the Columbia, you're kind of connecting with Disneyland for a moment. Like you're like, yes, this is a Disneyland thing. I know it's very vague, and I'm not making sense.
No, I see where you're going with this.
Like
why am I on this boat in this fake river?
you're plugged in.
Yeah.
Your ponytails are touching or whatever.
Yeah. But once you get on there and you go around the water, around the river, you understand.
Yeah.
Something clicks.
Yeah, and it's the thing that you would like anyway. You're on a body of water. It's very calm. It's slow, and you're just, you're trapped, but not.
Yeah.
You're on this thing. You're dedicated to this for a second, and yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
And even the Columbia, you're on a pirate ship.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Do I talk about it now or do I talk about it?
Don't talk about your experience. Just the Columbia. What do you think about it? Just
It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Very sunny.
yes.
Very sunny. I didn't expect the underground portion or like the portion that's inside.
Oh, you didn't.
No, I
How
forgot.
Cool. How cool was that?
It was awesome.
They didn't need to do that.
Nope. No, they did not.
And there's no cast member down there.
No, there's not. Nope. It's really cool though.
Just go below deck for a second.
It was just really cool to be in the front of a pirate ship and not being a real pirate.
Yeah.
I get to play the part for a little while, so it was cool.
Yeah.
But Colombia was really cool experience.
Yes. So yeah, all the different ways you go along the rivers of America, even the raft.
Yeah, the little raft.
Dude, the sound of the raft
Mm-hmm.
is Disneyland.
It is.
I think even more than the Tea Party.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even more than the Matterhorn.
I don't know.
No, but the Matterhorn is the sound of the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
But the rafts, they're just. If you hear the sound of the Matterhorn, you're like, oh, Matterhorn. If you just heard the sound of the raft, would you turn your head like?
Oh yeah.
It's.
So I did. We kept walking by there around Hungry Bear, and there was a raft that was completely empty, but the motor was still going.
Oh, on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Phantasmic thing and all this.
Oh, is it?
They bring it back. Yeah.
But there was nobody there.
It keeps it against the shore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because they do that nearby here too. But they keep them against the shore. So, yes, the rivers of America and Tom Sawyer's Island or Tom Sawyer Island. So the thing about Tom Sawyer Island is kids run around Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah.
Parents can sit down, but they can also join in like 90% of the activities.
Yeah, as long as you fit through the tunnels. I think that's the only thing that parents can kind of be like, oh, I don't want to do that. But going up on the little areas where they have like the binoculars and stuff, and parents can do most of it.
Yeah, you can go on all the pathways. I think there's one cave you can't really go in. You can, but it's hard to get in one of the caves and the tree.
Yes.
But you can.
You can do the barrels. You can do the water things. You can do all that.
Yeah, the Pirate's Lair stuff, the walkways, sit down with them. It's like it's a play area where adults are allowed. Yeah, with their kids and parents, really. And it's just this. It was built on purpose. That whole thing could have just been filled up.
Yeah, 100%.
But now there's just an island there, and now it's Phantasmic and all that. But there's Lafitte's Tavern.
Lafitte's Tavern.
And all that. So it's no one, I don't think anyone calls it Pirate's Lair.
Because it's not Pirate's Lair.
But like you grew up with your parents calling it Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah.
And then you're passing on that it's Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah.
You never call it Pirate's Lair.
Yeah.
And
it's technically Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island, right?
yes.
So it's still Tom Sawyer's Island.
Just Tom Sawyer Island.
Not Sawyer's? It's not
his.
possessive?
It's the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like
Catalina Island, not Catalina's.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Good pull. So yeah, and you got a little dude, you get 2 Mark Twain references.
Do you?
I mean, you get the boat.
Oh, yeah.
And you get the island.
Yeah.
Now, of course.
I see what you're saying.
Mark Twain is the second Mark, 2 fathoms deep.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, I know. But it's all a play on words, and it has to do with the author. He's very American literature.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough. Yes, the castle, heart of Disneyland, the nucleus, blah, blah, blah. But going inside the castle.
Very different.
I think a lot of people still don't know you can go inside.
They don't. It's because the entrance is very
Nondescript.
at all, and it's small. It's one door, and I honestly think a lot of people like once they start stepping in, they kind of feel a little claustrophobic in there
Because it's a little stuffy.
Yeah. So because of that, I think a lot of people skip it, which is why they have the AD accessible one, and because of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really cool, like, you get the story of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
You really have to think about it, but like you're in the castle. Mm-hmm. It's not a trick. There's no show building.
Yeah.
You go
inside of it.
Yeah. And that's why it's tight. And it's crazy when you think about it. Because they could have easily tricked you, but then you end up on the other side and there's only one way across if you're going up. So imagine if someone wrote in like, actually. Yeah. So yeah, you go in the castle and it's got really cool effects in there. A lot of practical effects.
Yeah. A lot of those like windows that you're looking through have some really neat things that they're pulling
like
off.
Dioramas. There's like multiple layers. There's mirror tricks. There's shadow tricks with like Maleficent.
With her goons.
Yeah. The corridor of goons.
Yeah.
Dude, the scary door.
Yeah. All those things are really cool. And I think that there's a couple new projection map stuff in there too, no?
I think, just improved effects and all that. So yeah, the Sleeping Beauty castle walkthrough, it's just another one of those, like, dude, you're in the castle.
Yeah.
And you're in Disneyland. So we do have to talk about the classics. If I said, which rides are the classics? Not your favorites, not the most nostalgic, the classics. I think this is the list. Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise, Matterhorn, and It's a Small World.
For sure.
As much as I love Space Mountain and Big Thunder, they're from the 70s.
Yeah.
And they are classics in their own right because, like, 70s was a while ago. Sorry if you're born in the 70s. But these are like...
This is the heart and soul of Disney, like you said. Yeah.
It's...
These are people's full personalities.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All of them maybe except Matterhorn. But for sure, all the other 4 people have full personalities based on these rides.
Oh, yeah. How many skippers we got out there?
Yeah, exactly.
And...
Or Mary Blair enthusiasts, I guess.
Yeah, I think It's a Small World. I think it would go Haunted Mansion first, then Pirates, then Jungle Cruise, then Small World, then Matterhorn.
Yeah.
But Haunted Mansion is an institution.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone, I think Haunted Mansion and Pirates are the 2 rides everyone says they have to go on when they go to Disneyland.
And it's, I think, the top 2. That's my favorite ride at Disneyland.
Yeah. Space Mountain, people say it, but they're also like, if the line's long, I don't know. Like, I need to get on Haunted Mansion and Pirates. And I think it's because, you know how we say Disneyland has that cozy feeling?
Yeah.
This is like the hand-painted, detailed, like attention to detail rides.
Yeah.
Where, Big Thunder, absolutely beautiful, right? And probably, what do we call it? Like the most well-rounded mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But like Pirates has like a city and ships and like a million animatronics and every little brick. And Haunted Mansion has different wallpapers, like rooms and little like furniture and trinkets.
Yeah, there's just so many things. So it's so dense and so packed. Like I was going through Mansion the other day, and in the bride's room, I noticed that there's a couple dioramas in there that are the other mansions in the other Disney parks.
I've only noticed ours. So there are other ones?
There are other ones, yeah.
That's genius.
So it's like, they don't need to do that. But because people care about this stuff, they do. So.
Yeah, I think that this is like what put Disneyland on the map.
Yeah.
Where none of these, I mean, Matterhorn's a roller coaster, but it was the first steel coaster, I guess. So
yeah,
there's that. But these are all, the purpose is not the fun from movement.
Yeah.
The purpose is, it's an attraction, right? You're going through this story where up until then it was, we had, maybe there were like the tunnels, right, of rides, but they're usually some sort of like it's a carnival thing. The wooden roller coaster.
There's the Coney Islands and the
the
knots.
swings, the Ferris wheel, the roller coasters.
Right.
And these are like
These are experiences.
a patented doom buggy on an omni
Yeah.
mover, right?
Yeah.
A boat that you sail with the tide, right? You go down a waterfall, you go up a waterfall.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite quotes where, why is there a waterfall at the end? And it's really to cover the track and the stairs. But Walt Disney said, well, you enter through a waterfall, so naturally you should exit through one. It's like things like that.
Right.
And, Jungle Cruise is like when people say, why do you go to Epcot instead of traveling the world?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, I'm not going to go on a Jungle Cruise. Right? I'm at Disneyland. So, you have a skipper who has a variable script and the jokes change over time. So these three rides especially have these really unique experiences that they have a special sauce.
Yeah.
Is I think why I can't really put my finger on why this is the heart and soul. But
And no other park. Universal, not even. No.
that's
no,
what I was thinking of first. They don't.
Nobody tries to even touch this kind of stuff because they can't do it. That secret sauce is what Walt brought, what those original Imagineers brought, what people brought from all the way back then, and you can't replicate that.
Yeah, it's the Disney magic.
Yeah.
Like, places have the Tomb Raider ride, right?
Right.
Mario Kart and whatever.
As cheesy as it sounds, you can't. That's just you can't replicate it.
Yeah, and I hear Knott's Rapids are pretty cool and all that, but it's still.
But it's also just it's a rapids ride. Same thing with Grizzly Peak. It's a rapids ride. There's nothing like Haunted Mansion. There's nothing like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion. Not at all. Yeah, Pirates too.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're even narrowing it down like that, but yeah, Jungle Cruise. Because Jungle Cruise is like a safari,
Right.
Which is a real thing. But yeah, these things are just. There is no IP to add because they made the movies about the rides.
Yeah,
like it's
because
not.
they're that memorable.
That's it. Like there's 0 point to change these because it's almost like you change the other things that get people to buy tickets, and then these are the other things that those people do when they show up. Right. They fill up. They take all the people, right? Matterhorn, I think, is just like, because it's a scale mountain facing the same direction as the mountain it's modeled after, just in Disneyland. And part of the Disneyland secret sauce is, I've said it here before, our castle cannot be taller because it must be smaller than the mountain it is next to. So you just have a mountain there.
It's crazy that there is no other Matterhorn.
Yeah.
In all the Disney parks, we have the only one.
It's the Matterhorn from Switzerland. Like, think about that. It's a bobsled ride through a real mountain. There's no.
Yeah, like that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be fun, but it is.
And it's a small world. People love to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely, cute little ride. And it's about children of the world coming together. And it's an idealistic view. And.
Which isn't always bad.
Yeah, I think because people will say, like, well, that's not how it really is. And it's like, but if you show the dream.
Right.
Then you want the dream.
Yeah.
Like, we want the utopias we see in movies.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you want to be there. And look, kids, if you teach kids togetherness and love, that'll stick with them. Yeah. Because we're all born good and we have to learn to be bad. So, or taught. And yeah, Small World it's cheesy, it's corny. It is paper mache. But it's Disneyland.
As Mr. Zuck said, it's positivity.
No, why would you bring him into this?
But you know what I mean? Like, it's a positive ride. There is no negativity in that ride at all. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, there's no conflict in there.
No.
And
it's utopian, like you said.
Yeah. The point of It's a Small World is it's a small world as in we're all the same.
Yeah.
We celebrate our differences, but that's it. Like, we don't divide by our differences. We shouldn't. It's look, we're all what is it? One moon and one golden sun.
Mhm.
Like we're all here. We're all on the same planet. So be good. Be excellent to each other. So speaking of some like old school Walt Disney love this stuff. The final physical thing, right? Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. And this is using technology to bring fantasy to life.
Yeah.
Where at the time, and even if you hear it now, I don't know how it runs now, but it used to be the tape that played the sounds moved the animatronics.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Imagineering Story.
I forgot.
Where it was all in the same program. So as the tape would go, the animatronics would go.
That's so
It was one big program. And that sounds futuristic now.
Yeah.
Where if you just say, we synced it up in the computer, it's like, okay. That is technically more futuristic. But this was like...
When you do it analog, it's real cool.
Yeah. So it's just this like, we're going to have singing birds. You're not going to train the birds to sing and speak.
Yeah.
Right? And there's the whole story. Really watch Imagineering Story. But it's this little room where there's a little story going on, right? And I can't describe it, but it's just pleasant. It's almost pure. I know people don't like the voices.
Yeah.
But you get what I mean. I don't know what to say, man.
It's because it's a feeling, and you can't really put that feeling into words. It's this feeling that you have when you're watching, and you're like, yeah, this is the tiki room.
You just feel good.
Yeah.
You just feel good
Mhm.
being there. And I think part of that is, I'm sure there's the fan that goes all the time.
Yeah.
But you don't overdo it with the tiki room. And I think it's even long enough where you kind of know what's coming, but it's not like I've memorized Space Mountain. You know?
Right.
And yeah, it's still very cool to be in a brightly colored rainbow room that's supposed to be in the tropics in, Tiki land with just birds singing words and the flowers too,
And I think there's something to be said about what we've said in a few other things, where it's this enclosed space that is not crowded, but is 10 feet away from being away from a massive crowd.
Yeah, I think some of what makes Disneyland special is you're constantly transported to other places while you're in the place.
Yeah.
And that's, here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
Mhm.
You're constantly leaving today and entering these different worlds. And I think, we think of Here You Leave Today as the present, but I think it's here you're leaving this real day.
Yeah.
And you're going into this day that could be anything.
You're leaving your problems behind. You're leaving the rest of the world behind. And here is, all these different really cool things that we're going to do.
And now Disneyland has its own problems, and we will be talking about that next episode. But it's still an escape.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it right. Sometimes, look, bad roll of the dice.
Yeah.
But in the end, there's music everywhere that brings you back. There's smells that take you places. A lot of Disneyland is fortunately and unfortunately based on nostalgia. Or you went as a kid and it's been with you forever. And you remember the things you've always loved. You've become a fan for life of this thing. Even the people who don't go, they're like, I don't really go, whatever. But when they do go, I got to have, like my friend Heather, I got to have the corn dog.
Yeah.
Where she loves Disneyland, but doesn't crave it all the time. But when they go, at some point during the day, we're all stopping and she's getting a corn dog. And
I got to get my pickle. I got to get my turkey leg, whatever it is.
I got to ride Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Right? You got to do the thing you want. You have to do.
Right.
And yeah, it's some of it's smell, some of it's music, some of it's just a feeling, a place, a sight, and or a spot like we chose earlier, and a pathway that we chose on Wandering Disney. So Wandering in Disney, and yeah, it's Disneyland is this combination of all the senses, and and your own heart and soul. That like it's just pulling at those heartstrings constantly.
Yeah.
Even if the heartstrings aren't nostalgic, if you're open to it, it'll get you. If you go in there
and be Mr. Debbie Downer or Miss Debbie Downer, it's not gonna.
Yeah, if you're going there cynical, you're gonna come out there cynical.
Right.
But if you go in there like I'm gonna have fun today, you will be amazed by things, and I've never seen that thing you showed me.
What
the xylophone thing.
Oh yeah,
I've never seen that in my entire life,
and you've been there
and I'm
hundreds of times,
and now I'm gonna go look for it.
Yeah.
So, it's that there's just something to it that
secret sauce, like we said.
Yeah, that I just didn't want to say secret sauce again.
It's just like you can't.
There's an essence and a spirit and a soul that can't be replicated, and that Magic Kingdom can't even replicate.
That's what I was gonna say. Disneyland is very special in that sense.
Yeah,
because you feel like some of it gets lost when you go on the East Coast. Not all of it, definitely not all of it, but some of it does.
Yeah, and it's not just like, oh, it's the first and Walt Disney did it. And I'm sure a lot of it came from that. It's that it wasn't, I know, it's replicating the Griffith Park thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't put it here. The carousel is literally the heart and soul of Disneyland.
Yeah.
Because that's where it all started. It wasn't all started by a mouse. It was started by a carousel. And you could learn that in the Main Street Opera House too. But funnily enough, they don't sell peanuts at Disneyland. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? The replicating. It's not replicating other things, but all the other ones are making another Disneyland.
Yeah.
And you have other things that are like Tokyo Disney Sea that I'm sure, if I grew up there, I could talk about that, its own heart and soul.
Right.
But that's a separate thing.
And there's also, that's not trying to replicate Disneyland.
It's not at all.
And same thing with Epcot. That's why I think I love Epcot so much. And Animal Kingdom. They're different.
Yeah.
They're very different.
So, yeah.
But Disneyland has that heart and soul for sure.
Yeah. Disneyland is your land. All right. So, Rain, are we going to talk about any pieces of media?
Real quick.
Yeah,
Sure.
I still haven't changed it. So, wait, what's ringing your bell?
Still playing Final Fantasy 16. And I am 28 hours. Haven't played as much as I did before. Been kind of busy, but yeah, it's fantastic. The part I'm at is really slow, really, really slow. I'm like 2/3 of the way through the game. But once I power through this section, I think I'm flying after this, real flying high. I'm also playing Final Fantasy 4.
Because Colin said it's like Final Fantasy 4.
No, actually, he said that.
Yeah,
I didn't even
he
know.
said you will find similarities.
Okay, yeah. Very cool game. I'm about halfway through that. Just want to get through all the Final Fantasies, story-based Final Fantasies. The class ones, I think I'm okay.
The what?
Class Final Fantasies. Every other Final Fantasy is like kind of like
1,
itself.
2.
Yeah, it's 1, 3, 5, and then it's 2, 4, 6.
Okay.
Which are the story-based ones.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, someday I'll do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm at Martha's Vineyard. I know it's not called that, but I know that's what they were going for. So
Martha's Vineyard.
it's Martha's something. Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, the town.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
I know what they were doing.
Yeah.
I actually haven't gone in yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing the around. I've
Yeah, Martha's cool.
Fight everything.
Yeah,
So
it feels so good.
once you get it,
yeah.
like once I really looked at the special moves,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like,
Who do you have right now?
I don't want to say anything.
Oh,
for
okay.
anyone,
Yeah.
But like when you do stuff like you hit this thing, you do a special move, it goes up into the air, and then you do the move in the air,
Mm-hmm.
and then you switch elements, we'll call it, and then do like a downward thrust and then continue on the ground. I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand.
Or you
Combo.
pop them in the air, hit them a couple times, get your little boy to go up there, all right, and then pull them down and bring them to you. You know,
Once you get how combos work,
Yeah.
very cool. That's all I'm doing. Asteroid City is coming to video on demand already.
Is it really?
It's already on video on demand.
Okay, I was gonna go last night to watch it, and I did not.
Well, here's the thing: it's $20 to rent or $25 to buy.
I might just buy it.
Yeah, me too, probably.
Yeah.
Because we're just going to watch Sunday, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, your free movie tickets are probably cheaper, no?
Yeah, but they stopped showing it this week,
When did it come out?
like a month ago.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Dude, I am so out of the loop with
The
all
next time we can go is probably Friday night, and it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on iTunes, so.
Okay.
And probably movies anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'll just buy it. $5 extra. All right. It's time for We Have It So Good, where we in the Tram Fam talk about our trips to Disneyland and what's bringing us joy lately. Write in with your trip recaps at trammin.com/ask. Taylor H writes in. Since we are Imagine key I split the write-up. So since we are Imagine key holders, we have been blocked out recently. But I also wanted to write in about somewhere we went. We were at a wedding this summer in Bakersfield at the Kern County Museum of Art neon exhibit. And when it got dark, all these really old school neon signs lit up the entire venue.
That's cool.
It dawned on us that it's possible that the Imagineers who worked on Cars Land could have used this exhibit as an inspiration for their design, since Radiator Springs is supposed to look like a mix of old Route 66 and some bygone eras of Central Valley cities. They even had a giant neon sign that said Jolly Cone with a K. I was unable to find any information about this online, but my current headcanon is that this was a driving inspiration for Cars Land. Nice pun there. If you're ever trying to waste a few hours in Bakersfield, which I doubt you ever will be, go and check out the Kern County Museum of Art as the sun is going down to see some of these awesome signs.
Nice.
Taylor. So, very cool. If I ever get stuck in Bakersfield, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'm down.
Taylor, I don't know if you've seen Imagineering Story, but they talk about and show the actual places that inspired Cars Land.
Yeah, that was a big part of Imagineering Story.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if any of this is part of it, but maybe some of these things are from that. But anyways, if you haven't watched it, you should watch it all the way through, and they do talk about it in detail. So I went Friday, and you went after me.
Yes.
Right? So Kimmy, we had no plan.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to go Saturday, and I'm like, let's just go Friday. Why not? So Kimmy just wanted to try the shawarmitza.
I want to try this.
She keeps calling it the shawarmizza. I'm like, no. So she went and got that, and I didn't want it. Well, they didn't sell anything else. This is only at Hyperion, the Shawarma Palace 2 at the Hyperion.
Okay.
So, and you just search TOO, it'll come up. It's that kind of too. So I'm like, I don't want that. I don't have any, like, there are no items out right now, right? That are like new.
Other than the Roger stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, award winners has their thing or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get the not so little chicken sandwich. And as recommended by Katie, her brother, and other people from the Tram Fam, I got the R&D espresso martini. It's just the R&D martini, but it's an espresso martini, the not so little chicken sandwich. So I thought it ended up working out, but I ordered the drink first so I can hold the drink in one hand, and then went to I ordered them both and then just checked in to both. And then I went and got the chicken sandwich, put that on the tray. Dude, they put the metal tray on a plastic tray. When they pushed it, the metal tray touched like the side of my palm and like burned me.
Oh, it's hot.
Super
Heat
hot,
lamps.
dude.
It was under the heat lamps.
So grabbed those and walked back. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bother trying to call Kimmy, figure anything out. We said we'd meet at the Hyperion. Way fewer seats now because they line up there. But we went there. She had a seat already. So the sandwich, dude, they put a lot of that Chipotle sauce on it. There's 2 sauces on it. Delicious.
I haven't had it in a long time.
The bread is probably only there so you can hold it instead of use a fork and knife.
Yeah.
It's very much like, what's the Argentine food?
Milanese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much like that. It's more panko, not breadcrumbs, but it was very good.
I love that sandwich.
Perfectly cooked.
It's delicious.
The tots, good enough. They're just
salty.
You need a little something there.
Yeah.
I actually got ketchup and it was like pleasant. So that was nice. Absolutely delicious. The shawarmitza. Kimmy was like, about it. It's a hot pocket with a sausage in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
Not like,
not in a bad way.
the bread is good. Like the ingredients are high quality. I mean, it's just, it tastes like Italian food, and it's Italian sausage. I don't really like Italian sausage. I took a bite. She put the marinara sauce in it, but it's a dip.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pizza wrap, which is fine if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But it's very like one note.
Right.
Meat, tomato, and cheese and bread. There isn't. It almost needs like eggplant or something, or like zucchini.
Got it.
You know, I get it. But if you're just like, hey, I'm just gonna eat this pizza thing, it's good.
Nice.
But yeah, very one note. So the R&D martini was delicious. Kimmy said it tastes like cough syrup. You have to mix it.
Yeah.
And sip it. You'll there in the post and many of the pictures from it, there's a straw in my pocket that I just never threw away. But I sipped it. The crumbs kind of sink, but you get swigs of them.
Mm-hmm.
It does taste a little bit like cereal, but not like crazy.
What cereal is it that's in it?
I think like Honey Grams.
Right. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it tastes like, no, those are called Golden Grams. But
I know what you're talking
But
about.
it tastes like Honey Grams.
Yeah.
That brand of graham cracker. So I don't know what an espresso martini is supposed to taste like, but I did get all the notes of it. I got the coffee. I got the cereal infused milk. I think it was a little chocolatey, a little bit. Got the alcohol. It was delicious. It was $19. It cost more than the sandwich.
I know.
The sandwich was like $14.50 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So very expensive.
Out of 10?
Huh. I'm gonna give this 10 out of 10. It's not like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a 10 out of 10. 9.5 if you need me to not be perfect. But
Spoiler for my We Have It So Good. I also give it a 10 out of 10. That thing was phenomenal.
it was.
I don't know what an espresso martini tastes like either. Ricardo and Karina had just had an espresso martini the night before, and they had at some like fancy Mexican food spot, and they said this one was better.
It has to be mixed, right?
Yeah.
The foam is cool. It's straight up milk, guys.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. I was fine, surprisingly, but I took 2 pills.
Delicious though.
So
good.
good. It was refreshing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't too sweet, but it tastes like dessert too.
Dude, I had it at 10 in the morning.
Oh, awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I want that at 10 in
Yeah.
the morning.
Yeah, because I was like, it's kind of like my morning coffee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely delicious. So totally recommend to my sister, buy the 3-day ticket so you can get this thing.
Yeah.
They have the weekend one now. So continuing on though. Kimmy wanted a snack. So we went on a hunt for the chocolate covered pineapple, which is back.
Mm-hmm.
It was not
Dark chocolate.
Yeah, it was not on mobile order anywhere.
Mm.
So that was an issue. We came up with some backups. All the places also sold Pop-Tarts.
I haven't seen that.
But I had one a million years ago at Jolly Holiday. Very cakey,
Mm-hmm.
or like the bread. Shout out to one of my campers back in the day when I was a counselor.
Okay.
She wasn't my camper because she was a she. But, you know,
Yeah.
when you're a counselor, everyone's your camper. I was eating Pop-Tarts. And she was like, oh, you have Pop-Tarts? Can I have some? I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Hold on. I don't want to just give you the crust. And she goes, I only eat the crust. And I was like, hello, friend. Take all the crusts you want.
Yeah.
So did I say her name? Shout out to Kendall. I think she's my friend's cousin or something. I don't know. But I would just be like, you can, I don't have to deal with these
That's
crusts
awesome.
every morning. There you go. Because the camp breakfast. Is
And Psycho just likes the crust. Come on, dude.
She kind of looks like your sister.
Oh,
Well,
really?
you know what? She did back in the day. I have no idea what she looks like now.
Oh, okay.
That was, I don't know, children.
Yeah.
But yeah, take all the Pop-Tart crusts you want. But yeah, it's so she probably love these. No. It's like this my sister doesn't listen. I could text her friend, but I don't want to.
Nice.
I mean, like tell your cousin that they got just the Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
So there were none at Trolley Treats, pineapple, none at Candy Pal. Like we crossed. We had a whole plan.
Mm-hmm.
None at Pooh Corner. But Kimmy was like, the best looking Pop-Tart I think was the blueberry,
Okay.
which was all the way back at Trolley. But she was also kind of like, it's not going to hit the spot. So we decided on, it's a small world for the guava churro.
Okay.
So it's a powdered sugar churro, which you can get just like that.
Yeah.
Which is great. It was very good. But I was like, it was hot and a little bit warm outside. And I just didn't want a hot, oily churro. So I took one bite. But if you can buy separately a guava cream cheese. Kimmy likes guava stuff. I don't.
Okay.
If you like guava stuff, it tastes like guava stuff. But it's strong, so
Like Portals, essentially.
you can't go too hard on that thing. But she liked it. But what was funny is I was sitting on that bench, and I'm like looking down at my shoes or the powder, right?
Mhm.
And I just hear, "Hey, Kirk," and I look up, and it's one of my customers.
Oh, really?
Like,
Oh, wow.
he's like customer, but also we have like some sort of like we buy stuff from them, those. So, and he's like, "I didn't think I'd see you here." I'm like, "I never thought I'd see you here." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here with my family, whatever." He goes, "Good to see you." I'm like, "Yeah, good to see you, man." And he just went off, and I was
Oh, there you go.
really thrown off
Yeah.
because you just don't.
You don't run into that every day.
No. And dude, the chances that like I was sitting on a bench and he just walked past, like he saw me. I didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
I heard my name and looked up. And I was like, there he is. And I know his name. I'm just not doing that right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out. That was cool. But anyways, Kimmy was still finishing the churro. And I looked at wait times and Mickey and Minnie was closed. And Kimmy's like, "Oh, I want to check Mickey and Minnie." I'm like, "Oh, it's 7:37 and it was closed. They're not going to reopen Toontown or they're not going to reopen it because Toontown closes at 8."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, I'm going to check," and it said 45 minutes. So we're like, you know what? Okay, if the line comes outside, we're not doing it because that wait time makes no sense ever.
Right.
So we ran there. Rain. I'm going to come back, but we did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Space Mountain Single Rider, and Pirates. Can you rank this from longest line to shortest line?
Based on why you're asking me,
I know.
I have like bias on this.
I know.
So I'm going to say Pirates, Space Mountain, and then Mickey Minnie.
So
Pirates are the longest.
Mickey and Minnie was actually in the middle,
Oh, okay.
but only. So we go to Mickey and Minnie, no one outside. And I think we saw it change to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Walk in, no one inside. Well, there's this really slow dad in front of us. And we're just like, "Can you move?
Yeah.
Just go." Walking. Dude, the room with is it the Prince and the Pauper outfit and the King or something?
Okay.
They closed the switchback. It was just a straight line.
Nice.
So we
Nice.
passed that.
Yeah.
Dude, we passed all the same in the other room. Went straight to the concession stand and then the Mayo. We up until Kimmy timed when we stopped walking to when we got to the theater, like when the theater opened. 6 minutes, 11 seconds.
Beautiful.
So we waited 6 minutes for Mickey and Minnie. We
Nice.
got on. Like there was no line after the theater.
Mm.
Are you supposed to sit with other parties?
Yeah.
Oh,
If it's a party of two, yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was two. There was no problem. It was like some mom and her little daughter.
Yeah.
So
they'll
fine.
do 4.
Okay. I wasn't sure,
Mhm.
but I didn't care. It was so sat in the row. Ride was great. I don't think there were any stoppages at all, which is shocking, right? I noticed we kind of stopped at the end, right? Watched a little bird. Hilarious.
The one that's like in the little
Yeah,
square.
it does like a million different
orange,
things.
yeah.
So really funny. Dude, we get off the ride at like 8:03 and it's closed again because Toontown's closed.
Yeah, nice.
They opened the ride for 23 minutes.
Sometimes that's what they do, man.
Yeah. Like we got out and we were going to go to the bathroom and cast members were blocking it
Wow.
because they were doing the push
Yeah.
to get out of Toontown. So yeah, then we're like, all right, time for space because we were thinking about Matterhorn. Kim was like, Matterhorn or space? I'm like, space.
Yeah.
Matterhorn was closed anyway. Walked to Space Mountain. The single rider sign wasn't out, but we went anyway, and the other sign was there. Then we get there, and the cast member was like, single rider? We're like, yeah, people still not staying to the left. They got to do something about that. Put some chains.
Yeah, they just have the division in the middle right now.
They got to put the
thing on
holes in
floor.
the ground, and they could put the pipes and the chains, and they could remove them if they decide not to use them
Yeah.
anymore. So anyways, we go there. There's one guy in front of us. Dude, we stop, and then they call all 3 of us
Oh, wow.
to go to the ADA thing. And they look like they were backing up. I'm like, please don't stop right now. So I think they were just being cool because that guy got his own row and they put us in the same row
Wow.
in the ADA cart.
From Single Rider.
Yeah. So we did not wait. at all. I don't think we even stopped. We stopped because I was looking around and the guy was like, no, you too.
Oh, wow.
So we just went straight there, and we did not plan that picture. So it looks like, so I was doing like I'm jumping into water, popping my ears, and Kimmy had her arms up, and she said it looks like I'm trying not to smell her pits.
Yeah.
Kimmy did not smell. And yeah, so we did that real quick, and on the mission for the churro, we walked past like an empty Pirates and Haunted Mansion. But we were like, okay, time for Pirates. Went to Pirates. That was like a 20-minute wait,
Okay.
which is fine. It might not
Right.
even, it might have even been 10, but that was a little wait. Pirates is great. Nothing crazy there. Actually, the guys shooting the cannons weren't working, so you could just see their faces. It was very,
Oh, that's
odd.
kind of eerie. Yeah.
You can still hear them though, so it's fine.
Right.
Yeah. So I think then we were just like, cool, we're done. I may have, I like stopped for a moment when we went to the bathroom, take pictures and stuff, but I just grabbed like the Shrunken Ned picture and saw some of the indie merch. Apparently that hat is wrong and people were mad. Oh, and earlier in Buena Vista Street, I noticed this Alice
Oh, that's cool, actually.
magic band.
Yeah.
No words, it looks like.
Yeah. Wow.
I wish if that flower was on top,
Yeah. That'd have been cool.
maybe.
Hmm.
But okay, does this mean there are 4,300 of them?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to buy one though. It's almost there, but not quite. So, yeah, Rain. How was your trip?
So I spent 14 hours at Disneyland on Saturday.
On ad? Wonderful trip. Okay.
Ended on that. So we got there and we were gonna rope drop, but we got there a little later. It was actually the perfect time to get there, like 8:30 or so. There was no line. I mean, there was a small line to get into the parking area, but smooth, dude, smooth, going all the way. No line to get into DCA at all. Literally, the only people going in at 8:30 or so. And I ran over to. I decided before that we were going to get Genie Plus for the day, and we were also going to get the Rogers VIP package. So we took Brandy's cousin Alyssa, and as her birthday / graduation gift, we got her a park hopper with Genie Plus. And so she was with us all day, and Ricardo and Karina were with us all day. We waited in line for the Rogers thing, and I'm going to just go highlights because there's so much we did. And the first 2 times were actually sold out already by 8:30.
It's 100 seats, right?
Is it?
That's what I've heard.
Okay, I don't know. But we got the 4:00 show, so we had some stuff. We had a lot of time to kill, but in between that, let's see, what's the first thing we did? We Genie Plus, Guardians, pretty much a walk on. Genie Plus, Toy Story Midway Mania, 10-minute wait or 5-minute wait on Incredicoaster. Dude, we did a whole ton of stuff. Went to Goofy Sky School and I tried the breakfast corn dog, which is the corn dog with sausage and egg on the inside of it with strawberry syrup on it and powdered sugar.
Ooh.
Yeah. Little tiny thing like this.
Oh, okay.
Delicious though. It's interesting biting into a corn dog and there's egg.
Was it like the Magic Key Terrace corn dog?
Very different. Very different.
No, the size.
No, smaller.
What? That thing was tiny.
No, this is tiny. $10.
Oh,
Yeah, it was kind of steep. Let's see. Some highlights for the day. We went to watch The Lion King, which was fun. We went on the Columbia because that was part of my homework for the week. And when we went on the Columbia, I'm not going to really talk about my reactions and stuff, but I told you there's a story.
Yeah. What does
that I
that
had.
mean?
So while we were about to dock, maybe like 2-3 minutes before, all of a sudden we see a bunch of people congregating toward the front. Some lady fainted.
Oh.
And we were like, whoa, what the heck? And we were like, hey, cast members, there's only 2 cast members on there. Can you guys come? Very nonchalant. Like, okay, we're coming. Called medical, blah, blah, blah. And no, we couldn't do anything. They were still docking, right? And everyone kind of left. She stopped, she woke up. Everything was fine. And then we just hear a again. And we were like, what the heck? So Ricardo and I are like, okay, we should probably go over there. And I turn around and I see Ricardo is already there and she's holding onto his arm. And Ricardo looks at me and he's like, get the cast member now. He told me, he's like, dude, she was having a seizure. She was convulsing like on him.
Oh my God.
And she had a son who didn't really understand what was going on at the time. He was older, but like he wasn't in. It was very interesting. But Ricardo was like, dude, I seriously thought she died because she wasn't moving. So it was this whole thing. Do cast members, when they're on that boat, you can't do anything. There's nothing for them to do.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't think it goes faster.
And them docking felt like a million years because this
It
lady's
has to line up.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Medical still wasn't there when we got back. We don't know what happened to her. Hopefully she was fine, but it was pretty hardcore. Like seeing her have a seizure, seeing like it was very real.
Well, at what point did this happen?
Like 5 minutes before we docked, maybe less, like 3 minutes before we docked. So it all happened really fast
After the cannon?
after the cannon.
Did that scare the crap out of you?
It kind of did. Yeah, it was loud. It was loud. I was right there too. So yeah, we did the Columbia. That happened. Kind of like was a little bit of a downer because we're like, oof, that was kind of weird, you know.
So medical showed up and
I don't know. We saw like the lead.
like they cleared you all out.
Yeah,
And then
the lead went up on the boat and was on the phone. But yeah. Like I said, there's nothing for the cast members to do. I'm not blaming them or anything. It's just, why was Ricardo and I doing this? You know what I mean? Like, there should be some kind of protocol there.
maybe they didn't even realize what was happening.
I do. I literally said she's having a seizure.
Oh.
Yeah. To the cast member, and he's just like, okay, like
Okay. If someone's just on the floor,
Mhm.
the only thing you can do if someone's having a seizure,
just have like open their mouth or whatever.
no, like you just put something under their head
Oh.
because you can't hold them in place
Mm.
because they'll break bones.
Oh. Okay.
So the cast member could have just frozen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But also, like, if someone's having a seizure, you just kind of have to make sure that it's clear
like
for them.
they're comfortable kind of thing.
And yeah, and you want to put something under their head so they don't like hit their head.
Yeah.
But you don't want to hold their head, and you don't want to hold any part of them.
She was just, because there's not really like a comfortable spot, I guess. She was like toward the front left.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a comfortable spot for her to sit, so she was holding on to Ricardo because she needed like support to sit up. Otherwise, she couldn't find a spot to sit.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that happened. We also went to. So Ricardo had this feeling, like the man loves his rise of the resistance, okay, and wanted Karina to experience it. Last time we went on, unfortunately, Karina has this like it's almost like claustrophobic sense. It's when there's a big crowd, a congregating big crowd. She kind of freaks out a little bit, which I get. And the first time we went on Rise, they packed us in like sardines into the pre-show room and then the transport ship. So after we left the transport ship, Karina looked at us and said, I can't do this. I'm out. The first time we went. So since then, Ricardo's been like, man, I really want you to experience this, blah, blah, blah. I talked to a lead and said, hey, is there any way we can skip the transport? I know there's an exit through the back. Like I've been, evacuated from there, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no. Okay. All right. So because of that, Ricardo was like, look, if we can get there when it reopens from being temporarily closed, we just walk straight through and there's not going to be any people. I'm like, you're right. So we saw it temporarily closed and it was closed for about an hour. And he looked at me and he's like, I have a feeling. I got a feeling. So we're there. We get to Rise and he's like, look, it's going to open. I know it. Okay. We see a cast member lead come out and he literally screams at the top of his lungs and says, look, I don't want my cast members hurt and I don't want anybody else hurt. If somebody gets hurt, I'm shutting down the ride. But we're open. Yeah. And we walked straight in and walked directly into the room, dude. Beautiful. Beautiful. His feeling was right. And we got on Rise.
Oh, no transport?
No. Like we went on the transport, but
okay.
there was a lot less people.
Yeah.
So Karina was like, I'm good. There's no problem for her. A couple more highlights. We went to, let's see, Plaza Inn. Chicken dinner was amazing. I had probably one of the best desserts I've ever had in Disneyland, which is a like strawberry shortcake kind of thing with whipped cream on top. I took a picture, dude. It was, I couldn't believe. I seriously could not believe how good this thing was.
Looks fine.
You got to try it.
The shortcake or butter cake?
Butter cake. It was
Okay,
butter cake.
like all of South Orange County is all about the butter cake.
Yeah.
South of Nix.
The Master
Or
Rose.
Nix. Nix was like, I think Nix did it.
Okay.
They like not invented it, but
They were the first ones.
yeah, now everyone's got one.
Okay.
But it's very good.
Yeah.
Butter cake.
Rogers. So we want to,
Duh.
yeah.
Hold on. I want to say something about.
There's the pancake or the corn dog.
I can't get a gauge for the size. Something about claustrophobia. I can't speak for when you can't move. As someone who's not claustrophobic, this advice could just be stupid, right? But the reason I don't freak out in crowds is if there's 1 million people walking, I just walk slower and keep like 1 car distance, figuratively.
Right.
Like, there's no point in trying to get past them.
Yeah.
I just hang back and I'm like, I'm going to walk slow, breathe, try to enjoy Disneyland, kind of get your mind off it. Because as soon as you're like shuffling your feet, like trying to get through, you're just going to be pushed around and whatever. Yeah. If you keep distance, sure, people might cut you off. You can continue keeping distance. Now, if you're in a rush, that sucks. But also, like, you're not going to go anywhere.
That's what we were doing. We were letting everybody go first.
And
then we're slowly walking.
Walk slow.
Yeah.
Now,
Which
if
helps.
you're stuck with people, what are you going to do?
But I think last time they were trying to get as many people on.
Yeah.
And they're like, please fill in all empty space. And she's like, So, but yeah, Rogers. So we got there a little early, got our popcorn buckets, blah, blah, blah. We're in the VIP area. Really not for much longer, like for very long. There's actually a separate entrance for the ticket purchase people.
Oh.
You don't go in through the side that's closest to Guardians. You go in right by where the Captain Marvel ship was. There's an entrance right there.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we went in through there. I probably got one of the best seats in the house, to tell you the truth. The seat next to me that I left empty to keep distance between the party next to us and us was probably the best seat. So it was literally like 3-4 rows back, right in the middle, just smack dab in the middle. And we're waiting for the show to start. There's a little jukebox on the side that's playing old timey tunes. I'm not gonna do any spoilers for the show or whatever, but we're waiting for the show to start, and I look to the left. Who do I see in a Dodgers hat? Freddie.
Nice.
And I'm like, this is the most Freddie thing ever. It's Captain America, And I'm trying to wave him down, but he was like in the zone, I couldn't.
And you're not a yell name type of person, are you?
No. But I saw him twice later on Space Mountain.
Oh, cool.
So he's like, hey, Rain. And I was like, hey, Freddie, what'd you think? And he and I shared the exact same sentiment of the show. This show has no business being as good as it was. It is cheesy. It is corny. There's not a lot of production in it. But these actors are amazing. Their singing talents are next level. The writing in the show, phenomenal.
I heard the vibe is they're making fun of cheesy Broadway, too.
Yes.
So
For sure. But yeah, some of the actors were definitely standouts. I'm not going to say who because it's kind of spoilery. But let's just say Steve Rogers was awesome. He was really good. And it is just really nice to be back in the Hyperion. I haven't been there in a very long time. So it was really cool to be inside, eating some popcorn, just having a good time. Before the video runs out, I didn't realize.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So we're good. Last couple of highlights. Rogers was great. We promised Alyssa that we were going to go to Toontown and go on Mickey and Minnie's. And I was like, you know what? Let's wait till after everything. We went on Indy, went on Space. We did, a lot of more Genie Plus stuff. I was like, let's wait till after the fireworks and then we'll go in and it'll probably be a walk-on. And that's what we did. We went maybe like 10 o'clock or so to Toontown, and people queue to get back into Toontown.
Yes.
Like, it was a madhouse. So they kind of like snake around the Disneyland theater, and then they allow the people coming from the other side to go in. So we weren't in the snake. We were from, with the other people, but we walked in and had a 5-minute wait for Mickey and Minnie's and loved it. Everything was good. Ended the night by picking Kaylee up because she was at our house watching Frodo, beef birria and a strawberry lemon croissant. And that was pretty much it. I'm missing a ton of stuff that we did for the day, but that's fine.
You can only just say the names of the things?
Say the names of the things?
Like just the things you did without describing.
We did almost every ride in DCA. We did every Genie Plus that we probably could, except Big Thunder because they canceled it for some reason. At one point, it was just closed for the rest of the day. And I didn't get any other Genie Plus for the day. We did Star Tours, did Actually, I actually did miss a lot in Disneyland. But it was really nice to go back and forth.
Nice. Yeah, apparently Rogers is only Tuesday, Thursday this week.
Oh, really?
So Kimmy and I were going to try Saturday, and our
Yeah.
backup was Lion King because I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to see Lion King.
Okay.
And we'll see Rogers.
Rogers is, even if you're not a Captain America fan, you'll still enjoy it. Brandy walked down and was like, that was great. And she does not like Marvel. So
Nice. So Rain, what time is it?
it's
Pizza time.
It's time for one last bite. Rain, as always, what is the best thing you tasted this week?
So I went to this thing called Hula Days at Strongwater, which you now have reservations
On
for.
the final day.
Perfect, dude. And the best, dude, I had some great food this week. I had probably one of the best steaks I've ever made, if not the best steak I ever made. I did the Mr. Bagdasarian special, dude, on the Weber ribeye.
Salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper. Actually, with a little bit of garlic salt.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you're into that, that's okay.
Beautiful stuff, dude. Big, literally came out phenomenal. I was so impressed. You got to have the blower though, or something to fan it, because otherwise it's not hot enough. But at Strongwater, we got a lot of good food. All the food I had was great. The shrimp was a standout, but nothing was better this past week than this drink I had at Strongwater called the Clarified Milk Punch. It is a very expensive drink, $25, and it's a sipper. It almost looks like an old fashioned, but clear. But it is a combination of alcohols, milk, citrus, and sugar. That's it. And you look at it, and I'm like, this isn't milk. It's clarified milk. So this is how the drink came.
Whoa.
You taste
Crystal Pepsi.
it. Yeah, dude, you taste it, and I'm just like, whoa. And you see how they're making them. They're unmarked bottles that have been pre-made in batches.
Mm.
So this is like some homemade drink. You know what I mean?
They don't run out.
No, I don't think so. He said that they make batches enough for the next 3 or 4 days. So you should be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Captain Snog, which is probably the one that you're going to like the most.
Which one's that?
It is,
Is that the one that says rum like 3 times?
yeah, rum, coconut rum, ruby port, rum.
I'm probably going to get those 2 drinks.
I am so happy I got both.
Awesome.
Brandy got Crimson Bells, which is the tequila based, and Dead to Port, which is like a bourbon based. Shit, they're good, but mine are better. So
For me, I'm going to give the honorable mention to the R&D Martini.
that deserves it.
Because I will get it again.
Yeah, me too.
But it didn't shock me the way we went to, it's called AHBA, AHBA in Laguna Beach. You can park at the hospital on weekends for free. Or you'll know what I'm talking about maybe on 7th Avenue. So anyways, I forgot what it's called. It's called like the egg Sammy or breakfast Sammy.
Yeah.
It's a bacon, egg, and cheese. I got no chives. Lots of egg, but they put this garlic aioli in there that it was a little zingy, and it just surprised me when I first bit. I'm like, "Ooh, I need this to be covered in this."
Nice.
So I can eat bacon, egg, and cheese all day long, every day. So it just really hit the spot. So it's getting in number 1 spot.
Nice.
R&D Martini, though, a very good honorable mention because you guys have to try that.
Yeah.
So now it is time for one last fight. Rain, not forever, but let's say we were at Disneyland tomorrow and I held out an espresso martini in an open ocean with a splash. What would you get?
Open ocean.
Yeah?
Yeah. No questions.
Because it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But what if it was 10 a.m.?
It's fine. Open ocean.
If it's 10 a.m., I'm going to get the espresso martini.
Okay.
But if it's 4 p.m. and we're out in the sun, open ocean.
Yeah.
That
A little sunburn
yeah, maybe.
tastes even a little better.
Yeah, I need that splash.
Yeah.
And with that,
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
see you real soon.
Bye.
Thanks for traveling with us today, and we hope you have a happy and memorable visit to the Disneyland Resort. Please lower your head, watch your step, and exit to the driver's right-hand side only.